know, right?
Hi, chat. We're live.
Welcome to the Danger Zone.
Great falsifier.
Brought to you by Lugs.
Oh lord.
So anyway, welcome to session 6 of Emoris. Today's gonna be a fun game. I know we had a lot of cliffhangers on the last episode, so that's gonna be fun to figure out what's happening with there. Before we begin, we have a couple of announcements. The first one that I have to say is that last week we said that Grizz was not going to be here because he was in Hawaii on vacation, but our man's is dedicated to the cause and has decided to phone in live from wherever in Hawaii he is, and he's going to turn up for live from Waikiki, and he's going to turn up for today's session. Thanks, Grizz.
You're welcome.
So we've got a full cast this week. I don't believe we have any other disappearances over the next couple of weeks. So that's pretty cool. That's fun. So we should be on schedule for the rest of however long we can manage. The second announcement that I have is that Civil War is returning. It's returning on Wednesday in 2 days, where our marvelous players Esprit and Daito will be joining the game. Have you played a session yet, or is this your first session?
Nope, we have not.
Nope. We've been unable to actually get everybody together to start.
Okay.
Until apparently this Wednesday.
In 2 days, you will see the dawn of Daito and Esprit's new characters, and there may be a guest appearance by a certain someone. Who knows?
Is it me? No.
Don't spoil it, dude. That's keep the suspense going, man.
It's not
Anyway.
me, though.
It's actually Matthew Mercer that's going.
Yes, it's actually Matt Mercer. I got on the phone with him, and I was like, yeah, dude.
Got on the phone with him yesterday, and he's actually, you know, he's pretty
bro.
hyped
All
about
for
it,
it.
man.
I don't want to brag, but, you know, we're bros, so, you know.
We went to
I
school
don't have
together. It's
anything
fine.
else to announce. Who are we saying hi to tonight?
Hi, Dada's mom.
Hi,
Hi,
Dad.
Daito's mom.
It's
Hi,
tradition.
Daito's brother? I don't know if
Question
he's
mark?
here or not.
I don't know if he is or not. He might be.
I don't know if anyone else is here or not. I don't know. Does
I mean,
anyone
I'm here.
else want to say anything before we begin?
Yeah, I have something. You're all great for being here, including Grizz, especially Grizz. Instead of like sitting on the beach drinking Mai Tais. Like,
Especially.
that's totally what I would be
want
doing
you
right
to know-
now.
I had some stuff that Wade could have done today. I was gonna do some stuff, but I'm glad that Grizz is here instead, because I'm not gonna say that I would have killed him, but I might have killed him if things had gone bad.
Depending on what happened.
Yeah, it sort of depends on the
Oh,
rest
my
of you,
lord.
but, you know.
Depending on how rolls went.
Pretty much, yeah.
See, for me, it's like Hawaii is here, D&D is here. So
Oh.
The stream
You're
couldn't see you do that.
adorable.
Speaking of which, we're
Oh.
gonna go to the next screen, which is
Hooray.
this one. It's this one because we're in combat. Cool.
Yeah.
So who is ready
Oh boy.
to jump into tonight's session of Emoris?
Nope, not ready at all.
hi,
No,
sir.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to die tonight. Damn it, Equa. I'm not ready to die.
We will see.
Not again. I mean, what?
So,
Yes and no.
previously on Emoris, you all had been tasked by the Kayata Mazor to investigate a murder that you very nearly witnessed firsthand. While you guys were all in the Tarket office, which is about a street down from it, you spent a day investigating around town, trying to discover who the victim was, and why they were murdered, and also what creature could have done such a thing, as her untimely demise was not caused by any blade that you could see. So you did just that. You talked to the blacksmith, Jasin. You talked to the baker, whose name is Haggas. You talked to Vislar from Vislar's Pot Potions and Goods. And the Brownlocks, where you procured your goat friend Daniel. We don't know what happened to him.
Rest in peace, buddy.
We'll never find him.
You got yourself Daniel, and you set a trap for the wandering beast, and you waited outside for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 hours before it came through, upon which you discovered that it was a werewolf. There's a big fight outside of the Target office between you and it, where you all hogtied it and captured it and threw it into a jail cell, much at the protest of Mazor, who wanted to just end it there and then. And in the process, Mazor was bitten, so after the fight had ended, he took all of our magic users and went home to cure himself of his lycanthropy, and also fetch a diary that his father, the Kaeta Brangek, had written when he was just starting to be a Target officer, and he dealt with this in his past. So from that you determined what had happened in the history of the town, and when you came back you discovered that Thyra and Alakian had been attacked by 2 more of these wolves, which they had promptly dispatched of despite having no magic at all, which is badass. When you came back you discovered that there was this whole cult around this lycanthropy, and the diary revealed who the main culprit might be. So you spent the night sleeping in the office next to a pile of bodies. And in the morning, went around town a little bit, looked for your goat, flirted with an innkeeper, thought about stealing a sword, and eventually wound up in the
So Lovin
lair.
has decided on that, by the way.
Well, we're about to find out today what happens. Eventually you found the lair of one Geralta, who was the leader of this suspected cult. And when you went down to go and find him, another fight ensued, and you all killed him and 2 other wolves that appeared. Not before Thyra had quickly bonked Alakian over the head and knocked him unconscious after his sputterings of different accents and randomness that came out of his mouth. And Isabel had just become something else, letting loose the phrase, "let chaos reign." So, we are going to pick up where combat left off, which I believe is going to start with Thyra's turn. So, in our last turn, the most recent wolf had just been quickly dispatched by Isabel, and she transformed into this other entity, this being of like dark black and deep orange ooze that has come forth from within her, covering her mouth and leaving like this massive open jaw and like lashing tongue. She latched onto the top of the second wolf and began devouring it. Wade, you're confused. Free, you had just dragged Wade over to the edge of the room to avoid anyone getting hit, and Thyra is still raging. So we're going to start with you, Thyra, as you stand there, the anger burning inside of you. Alakian is now unconscious to your right. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna charge at Wade with my hippie stick.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
Stick.
See if I hit you. So I rolled the natural 20 on my whiz save.
Okay.
So I see, as I'm running up to Wade, like, Free can see my eyes just kind of like go normal color and then start swirling again. How far did I move?
You move 15 feet.
Yeah.
And she's just like growling and snarling down at Wade, kind of goes to the other side of him and just takes deep breaths and just slams her fists down on the table behind Free.
Yeah, so Free, you watch as Thyra right up to Wade and gets all up in his face and growls, and you watch as she's there, the spittle flying from her mouth as the deep colour in her eyes starts to fade. And she takes a few deep breaths and goes around the corner, and expelling the last of her rage, smacks down on the table. It bows a bit under your force, and a couple of splinters fall out the bottom of it. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
No, that's
Cool.
gonna be it,
Elakian.
because the thing I would do is I can't do right now.
Fair enough.
Yup.
I would like for you to roll death save for me.
Yes, you would.
And go ahead and whisper
Alright.
that to me.
DM or in game, or does it matter?
You can do it
Like
on Discord.
Discord or
That's the
game.
easiest.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Great. So that brings us to Wade's turn. So first of all, Wade, you are confused, so I would like you to roll... I think it's a d20 to see if you get out of confusion. Because it's a
Cannot
wisdom save.
confirm or deny.
Wisdom save. Wisdom save, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to write down all my saves. That was stupid of me. I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1?
I've rolled these dice twice now, and it's been a 1.
Okay,
Alright,
so
Oh.
roll a d10.
Mhm.
Then I'll tell you what you do.
I've got those pulled up if you don't yet, Equa.
I've got them. But I appreciate
Okay.
the,
4.
4. Okay, yeah. As you sort of sit there on your ass, like, seeing stars, they really entrance you. And you spend the rest of your turn just looking around, sort of like wide-eyed. You do nothing. You just sit there.
Wow. Kind of remind me of the stars from back home.
That's your turn. Isabel. It's your go.
I will just continue to eat, I guess.
Yeah, so
Finish
you...
eating this werewolf.
So you, as you lean forward, it normally is taller than you, but you feel something like pushing you upwards from the bottom of your feet. As you lean forwards, you watch all this happen as your mouth just sort of opens as wide as you could possibly imagine, and physically engulfs the rest of your wolf. You like pull upwards, much in the way like a bird does when it eats. You know, when it's like pulling up and it like gulps really loudly. That's basically what you do, and the rest of you watch as the bottom of these like clawed, furred feet disappear down into Isabel's form. It's nasty.
And now I notice.
Now
Yep,
you
you will
notice.
see this, apart from Lakin, who's unconscious.
I
you
am
can't-
unconscious as fuck.
You can't
I don't
move,
know what's going on.
but I believe Devour is not an action. So you can still lash out if you want to on nothing.
It's Chaos is happily eating right now. He's doing great.
Great.
He's having fun.
So it's the
yeah.
he.
So that brings you... Yeah, it's not an action. Okay, cool. So that brings you to Thyra's turn.
Again.
Iris,
Free?
free?
I
What about
just
free? What about free?
Oh shit, no, I'm sorry. Free, you're right, it is your turn. I always miss Free because she's bottom of the turn
You
order.
can't forget the most important person.
Right now,
Well,
yes.
Yeah, Free, it's your go.
Crap. I hope it get worse, but I'm gonna move over to him, and
Okay.
try and just stabilize him.
Sure. Are you using a healing potion or are you using medicine kit?
I don't think I have it. Do. Oh well, I guess I have to use this. He'll get a healing word.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your heals for Lakian.
5.
So Lakian, you heal 5 points
Oh,
back
no.
up.
5 more points than I had.
Sorry, 8. I can't do math.
Even better. Yeah, you suddenly come to consciousness, you open your eyes and you see this, massive, like... Technically, Isabel's size has increased to large, so you see this, like, hulking figure of dark orange and black with a lashing tongue, and you see Wade, still with his ass on the floor, staring around, and Thyra, who currently has her hand punched through a desk. but that's all that you see for now until your turn. Free, is there
Sounds
anything
good.
else that you want to do?
I'm just going. No, I'll just go back to where Wade is for now.
I love you, Bree.
Cool. Yeah. So you retreat to the back of Wade and get ready in case anything happens. Now it's your turn, Thyra.
Not knowing what is going on with Isabel. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a look around the table.
Okay. Make an
See what's on the
investigation
table.
check.
$17.
Sure. So on this table, you see an array of different books and notes that are scrawled on in. Technically, this would be common. Yeah. So you see it scrawled in common. They are a bunch of notes upon lycanthropy and its effects. I will say, as you look around, you see other aspects that could influence one's research of lycanthropy. You also find a small chest that's about this big, and this wide, with a sort of like a thin layer of dust on top of it, and what looks to be a flower pot that's just resting on its side in the corner of the desk. Nothing in it.
No dirt, nothing?
Nope.
That's odd. After looking, I'm just gonna turn around and just kind of be ready in case Isabel does other weird things.
Sure. Do you want to pull the axe out, because that will be a free action, or do you want to keep the staff out?
I'll take out my axe. I'll replace it.
Okay. So that will conclude your turn. Alekian, it's your go.
Alright. Fuck. I'll just jolt back awake and look around. See everybody gather around Wade. No idea what the hell's wrong with him. I see the other thing across the room. Fuck. I guess I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up.
Yep.
So that leaves me 15 left. I'm gonna go over here,
Okay.
and then, or actually, fuck, no, I'm gonna go here, and then bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action hide, I guess.
Okay.
So
roll your stealth check.
Stealth check. Give me just a second. Pull the stats. That is a 23.
You feel pretty confident that you are flattened behind the wall with nothing protruding out. You still have your action if you want to do anything with that.
I want to look around. I want to look around to see if there's any kind of markings on the wall or anything like that that could indicate like another entrance or an exit or something like that.
Okay, so make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 21.
Yeah, as you look around, you don't see any particular markings that would indicate an exit, because all of the walls are covered in this, like, scrawling and drawings of basically an intense labyrinth-like design. It's just like a massive maze that covers every single wall of this chamber.
Can I make out whether any of that looks similar to what the tattoos on fucking Geralter?
Yeah.
Does any of it look similar?
I mean, it's all similar. You get the sense that the small circular tattoo is the marking of someone who belongs to the cult. His whole body was covered in it, and this these walls are just an extension of that. It's
Okay.
yeah, I won't say any more on it than that.
Okay.
So that is brings it your turn. So Wade, wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, much better. Oh my gosh, yes. That's a 18.
What's your spell save DC?
I didn't write that down.
I'm pretty sure it's above that, right?
My
I'm pretty
spell
sure that
save
18 is
DC?
above
No,
that.
I think it's lower than it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Can,
it's
can
like-
you tell me what that is when you get a second, though? Because that's probably important information.
I'll check
8
it. I'm
plus
pretty sure
your
it's.
spellcasting modifier, so your charisma plus your proficiency.
Yep.
So, okay. I think that's a 6 for me, so 8 plus 6.
14.
Your spell save DC is 14. Yep. So yeah, you
Okay, cool.
snap out of your confusion. You come to your senses, but you are still sitting on the floor.
What do I see?
You see Thyra to upwards of you, who sort of has her axe out in front of her at the ready. To the left of that, you see this creature who is now finished devouring whatever it was eating, with the tongue like lashing out, drool falling off of it, and sharp fangs only covering the bottom part of Isabel's face. Her eyes are still out. Free is behind you, and you don't see Lakian.
All right. What the hell is that? Guys, what is that thing? And I'm pointing at Isabel, but I don't know if it's Isabel. And you know what? I'm gonna cast sleep on it.
Go for it, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Isabel can't be put to sleep magically.
But
Shit,
this is
correct.
not technically Isabel.
That is also true.
Yeah, that's up to you. It's up to the DM's recommendation.
So, first of all, Isabel, did you lose any HP
Yes.
before you became overtaken?
I did. I gained
Okay.
some as well.
So,
Do I get some?
what your HP was at before, you gain 9 hit points because of the overtaken action, and you also gain whatever damage you dealt last to this werewolf.
Right. I don't remember what that was.
You hit it with an Eldritch Blast, so...
6?
I'm trying to see... Yeah, I think it was 6, because I have 8 here as my last... Yeah, so you would gain 9 plus 6, so you'd gain 15 hit points than what you were at before, but no more than plus 9 of your regular HP, which is like 33.
Yeah.
So Wade, how much did you roll for the sleep spell?
Can you just check one thing for me? Is it 5d8 or 5d6? I'm so sorry. This will be the last thing.
You're all good. I don't mind at all.
Because I rolled
Um,
d6s, but on my sheet here it says 8s.
Yeah, it's d8, so roll 5d8.
Oh, okay. That sounded too high to me for some reason. I was like, that can't be it.
Yeah, sleep is a strong spell for first level.
It is.
Let's see. Okay. I only rolled one more than I did with the d6s. 17.
Nope.
Yeah, so you
No.
let loose the enchantment from your fingers, and you feel it start to take effect in 2 places. One is on the outside of Isabel's head, and one is on the inside. You get the sense that it's not quite taking effect.
Shit. What are you guys doing? Why are you all standing around? Come on now. And I'll stand up and I'll like try and hide kind of behind a desk or something.
Sure, you weren't technically prone, because you were just sitting down, and that was more of a flavor thing, so you can move your
Yeah.
full movement. So I'm going to
Sure.
move you behind the desk that Thyra is sitting in front of,
Perfect.
because I don't believe you have access to Roll20.
No. I did pass my wild magic thing, so good.
Great,
good
fantastic. Sure. So that's Wade's turn. Isabel, you are up.
I will turn to the group and go, little fleshlings. I'll then move up. No, wrong thing. I'll move up to the were tiger and remove its head with my claws or teeth or whatever. But I want the head separated from the body.
Great. So as you walk up to it, you feel your body feel heavier than it normally does. Like your footfalls are thicker and louder. As you take longer strides than you normally do towards it, you like hover over it and the head rolls off.
I will grab the head and throw it at Thyra.
Okay. So this is going to be an improvised weapon.
Like not to hurt her. I'm just gonna toss the head. I'm not gonna,
oh, you're tossing it to.
head.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Like at her feet, basically, not actually at her.
You know what?
I know why he's okay.
Make an attack roll anyway, just in case. Like
All
I
right.
want to see how well this goes.
Dex to strength.
This will be Dex.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
no, you can put strength in this if you want. It doesn't matter. I'll let you choose.
All right. I need to check what the fuck this thing's strength is. I don't remember.
The strength is +2.
2.
Yeah, +2 to my thing.
Nailed it.
Alright, so strength of either 20 or 21. I'm not sure if I can go over 20 with this ability.
Yeah. So Thyra, you watch
then-
as the creature turns to you and as the head lands in front of you, like little bits of gore fall out of the neck area. It just sort of rolls up onto your foot, like front end.
It's not the bear.
I
not
will
the
say
bear.
that it is now a human head, as the face of one bloodshot, hairy, tattoo-covered elf is now resting at your feet.
Yeah. Then it will devour the body.
Sure, you won't get any hit points for this because
That's
you
fine.
didn't.
It's
It's
not
not
what
the
it
same
wants.
turn, but you can try and eat it. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh no!
So yeah, you
Asphyxious
start
didn't
to, for the better word, munch on the remaining body of.
Munching on a corpse!
I'll say, oh no, it's not going into your bloodstream, so you don't have to roll a con check. You're fine. Yeah. So that is your turn because you sacrificed the rest of your movement. So Free, it's your go.
Seeing that she just threw the head to Thyra, can I tell if Isabel's still kind of in control?
That's a good question. Make an insight check.
Alright, let's go.
This will probably be your action to discern.
Natural
Oh no, you're fine.
20,
Ooh!
So-
which is,
Oh,
now that
shit.
I upped everything, 25.
Felis, why don't you go ahead and either whisper or say out loud what you think Free sees?
Okay, I will message Free.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll say that wasn't your action because it's sort of like a quicker, just like a couple seconds of glance, so you can still use your action.
Just
if you want
look, yeah.
to. I'll say that's your bonus. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Because I mean, you've been watching this creature for a couple turns now, so you are starting to get an idea. This is going so well. No one's dead yet.
Yeah, this could have turned out a lot more terrifying.
It absolutely could have, but I'm glad I didn't.
I like this group. I like this group.
So yeah, is there anything else that you want to do with your turn?
I'm going to move. No, actually, I looked at Thyra, and since she might know a little more about this, and be like, what are we supposed to do? Should we flee? Do we wait? Is she gonna come after us?
That's what you
I don't know.
big burly with an axe.
I don't know.
Yeah, she has like a
Hold
long,
her
Use
a
that
little
thing.
longer.
the long, heavy black axe starts to like tip backwards as you shrug and you grab it and pull it back.
What do you mean?
Alright.
You should attack it. What is it? Kill it.
Moving over near Wade and being like, that's Isabel, or whatever remains of her right now.
Shit.
So that's your
She get
turn,
infected?
Free.
I'm just gonna like duck and hide as well.
Okay, you can.
That's Isabel. It's whatever left.
Yeah, you can't roll a check for it, but you crouch down on the table. So Thyra, it is now your go.
The head doesn't have hair.
It is bald.
The head has a lot of hair. It's mostly
I thought
hair,
you said he was
honestly.
bald. Oh wait, no. The description we got was bald. He now has hair. That's right. I remember things now.
No,
Alright,
the,
I'm gonna pick up the head by the hair.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move. I'm gonna double move because I'm not gonna get to where I want to go fast enough.
Sure. I should point out, Alman, who was the Tarket officer who had the cult emblem, was bald. He's not bald. He has a lot of hair, but it's all greasy and like matted and knotted. It came down to like below his ass.
Yeah. Wasn't like the initial description we got from like the diary? Wasn't it that he was bald? I thought, or am I just
Yeah, I believe
making
it
things
was.
up? Okay.
I think then it was, but he hasn't cut it since then. So.
At a quick glance, do I see the book that the where Tiger was holding?
The White Tiger was not holding a book. It was on the counter behind him, and you do see it.
Okay. That's gonna be my turn because I had to use my action to move.
Okay, great.
I'm just
So that's Thyra's turn. Alakian, it's
in
your
one
go.
hand.
So I have a question.
Okay.
Is grappling strength or dex? That's strength, isn't it?
Strength for the person who is grappling, and dex for the person who's being grappled.
Or strength for the person being grappled. It can be
Yeah.
either or.
I only ever play dex characters, so that's my out-of-game knowledge talking.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
Because remember, as I've always said, I am stronger than you.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. I'm thinking because I heard Free tell Wade that's you, considering they're right next to me. I'm just trying to figure out. I have rope, don't I? Thought I had rope.
You should like all have rope.
I'll say I feel like I have rope, but I'm not seeing it in
Common
like
starting material.
roll 20. There it is. Yeah, I can see it. Okay. Yeah. So can I try and make an improvised lasso?
Okay.
using the rope that I have.
That's going to be your whole turn to try and make it.
That's fine.
I'll give you... Sure, I'll give you a dex check to see how
Okay.
well you can do this.
Okay. Just not so just dex, just plus dex.
Straight
period.
dex check.
23.
Yeah, you pull the rope out of your bag and crouch down and start to tie it. By the time your turn is up, you still have most of the rope in your bag, but you have what you assume to be a fairly decent lasso, like end thing.
I'm gonna hold it out like on the other side of the wall and just like tell Wade, look, I'm sure you know how to use this, and I'm just gonna hold it out to hand it to him.
Okay, sure. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
So that's your turn.
Mhm.
Which means, Wade, it is now your go. You see Alakian, who is, I don't know, like 15 feet away from you. Just like the edge of a lasso pop out.
Yeah. All right. So I'll run over to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's been a while since I had to lasso something, but let's give it a shot. Here, easy, easy, easy.
Okay.
I'll try and throw it around them, you know?
I'll
I'm so glad I did this.
I'm so
I'll
happy
pitch you
you.
out a little bit. So yeah, you can do that. Sure. Yeah, everyone
What should
watches
I
as
roll?
Wade steps out like cowboy style, one leg out, one leg the other out. You
Oh my god,
you are a little bit far away to use it now, but I'm assuming that you're trying to get her to come over. So make a persuasion check.
Wait. Can I use the rest of my movement? The rest of the 15 to get close enough? Did I move 15?
You moved with the other side. I'll say you moved 20, so you can move 10 to get within 10, 15, 20. Let's give it a let's give it a range of 20 feet. Or I'll give you 25 because that's close enough. So yeah, you can move within the 25 feet to try and lasso the creature.
Yeah, I'm lassoing Izzy.
So I'll
Yes.
make
God.
this a
This
grappling
goes
check,
so poorly for you.
but well, no, it would be strength because you're trying to pull her back. So yeah, just be a regular grapple check, but from range. So roll your strength check for me.
Okay. $19.
Okay. Isabel, if you want to roll the creature's either dex or strength to get out of it.
I already rolled it. It's a 12.
You
Yes!
you
Pulling
watch as
that
you
tight.
7 plus 5.
as the rope
Yes!
just goes around the neck, and as you pull it, the tongue gets caught like along the neck, and you start to pull the creature back. I'll say, this is weird. I've never done this before. If you can pull,
The animal handler.
it's half your movement, which will be 15 feet.
Oh,
So it goes back 15 feet towards you and is now 10 feet away. Unless you don't want to pull it
I
back,
feel
you
like
just
we're
want to
doing
rest
this.
it there.
I'll pull her back a little closer, and I feel like we've been tying things up a lot, but it's time to do it again. Come on, let's do it. And I'm just waiting for somebody else to come in and finish tying or something.
Sure, yeah. On that note, Isabel, it's your turn.
Okay, awesome. It's what do I do? I'm gonna roll, see what I do. Give me a second. Well, okay. I'm gonna grab the rope and pull and try to pull him
Oh,
towards
shit.
me.
Reverse grapple. So Isabel roll a strength check,
Yeah.
and Wade roll strength for dex.
Oh, nat 20!
oh shit!
23.
24.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wait, as
No
you're standing
way.
there, like, leaning backwards on this rope, you feel real confident that you've got it. As the creature turns around and starts to pull it, your feet start to against the stone floor, and little bits of, like, rock start to go outwards as you are pulled 5 feet towards the creature. That is its action.
Shit.
It smiles as much as a creature like a smile.
Yeah, you watch as this toothy mouth just, like, curves upwards. It almost goes towards Isabel's ears. It's a giant mouth.
I don't want to be eaten alive.
I'm kind of picturing in my head that, like, Isabel's doing this all prone on the ground, like she got yanked back, and now it's prone on the ground, but it's still just pulling. Literally on the ground, prone, pulling.
She's still standing
That's what I'm
up
picturing.
because grapple doesn't like knock you prone. Grapple just makes you on the creature. So it's still standing up, but it is like kind of looming over Wade, and like you feel the tongue start to like lick at your face a little bit.
You're adorable.
Cool. Free, it's your turn.
Okay.
Worked well for a turn.
As you are now both grappling each other.
Yeah, this is fun.
I'm gonna move over next to Wade, And
Okay.
I will try to assist him on the next grapple check to keep her down.
Sure, so you can give advantage with your action to...
Yes, help action. There we go.
That's it. That's the word I was looking for.
That's what we'll do. So,
Yeah.
Wade, next time you roll with advantage. Anything else you want to do?
And I will also look at him and be like, oh god. What was I gonna say? Alright. Bardic Inspiration. I just look at him and be like, come on, darling, we can do this and get her back.
Alright, let's do it free.
As the push.
Yeah, Wade, as your eyes get serious and stare back at the creature, you're filled with a newfound motivation.
Alright.
So that is Free's turn. Thyra, you are up. Still holding the head.
Yes. I'm gonna go over to the cabinet. I'm gonna pick up the book the guy was reading.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at it.
Okay, sure.
Like whatever was open.
It is a book on the most recent tests of wolf, hog, and tiger lycanthropy. Most of which are unsuccessful except for the wolf. And as you turn to your left, you see on the left side of the room there are 3 very large, like cylindrical containers with like a slightly greenish ooze in them. And inside, you can see in one of them there is the head of a boar, in the next one there is the head of a tiger, and in the one next to it is the head of a wolf. You gather
I'm going.
that he's experimenting with different kinds of lycanthropy.
And so I'm gonna keep the book. I'm gonna put it, I don't know, in a pouch somewhere. And I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to move back behind Isabel.
Okay. So you just stand there. I'll say it would have been your action to read the book, so
Yeah.
you won't have another action this turn, but you can definitely stand there.
Yep.
Great. So that's Thyra's turn. Alakian, it's your go.
All right. I'm going to. Okay. What? So what do I? So like looking at the screen, off to my left and off to my right. What did I see whenever I looked at that earlier? Not necessarily the wall, but like stuff on the ground. I can see the pile of bodies that's over here, but what's on the other side? Like what are these? Can I tell what those are?
From this distance, it's hard to tell because there are 2 pillars and the tables in the way over there. You can gather that they are some sort of cylindrical apparatus with like a faint, almost completely clear, greenish ooze. And you see something floating in the one, but you can't tell what else is there. On your right, there is a pile of bodies that are mostly picked clean. There is one that still has a little bit of flesh left on it, and then there's that table that Wade was just hiding behind.
Are there any weapons and stuff that I can see in that pile of bodies, or is it all just like bones?
Unless you wanted to make a perception check, you probably couldn't tell. Because it's a ways away and you're sitting behind a pillar and a table.
Okay. Well, I'm going to then bonus action dash to get over here. Which one of these did you say had the floating thing in the top, middle, or bottom?
The one that you could see was the bottom one. As
Okay.
you get closer, you can see all 3 of them.
Okay. Could I make out? I'm gonna spend my turn to kind of figure out if I can figure out what might be in these or anything like that.
Yeah, that's relatively easy to do. Yeah, you see the bottom one is the boar, the middle one is the tiger, and the top one is the wolf.
Okay.
And I guess that's your turn.
Okay. Yep.
So, Wade, it is now your go.
Power of the gods compels you. The power of the gods compel you. Alright.
They're not that compelling.
Is it strength?
So strength
said-
for you with advantage.
Okay. 20, and then I did use my Bardic Inspiration So I got a 26.
So Isabel, go roll
That
your...
is higher than mine. Mine was a 22.
Yeah, as you like are still grappled, you grab the rope and start to like physically whip it around the back of the creature, catching its arms in the mix. It's a loose tie, but you seem to have tied them. So you are 2 out of 3 checks down to restraining what this is. So that's your action.
My first rodeo.
You can't escape the grapple because that would be an action, and you can't move because you're grappled. So that's it. That's your turn.
Okay.
Great. Cool. So Isabel, it's now your go.
Isabella will attempt to regain control, which I believe was
Okay.
a charisma saving throw.
Let me see real
If I
quick
remember reading that right.
because I'm not sure if it's an action or not.
I think it's an action.
It's either an action or a feature, and I can't remember. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna Control F this.
F this.
Yes, you may use an action to regain control. It is a charisma saving throw against the parasite's charisma check. So I'm going to roll for the parasite, and you can roll your saving throw.
Sure thing. I pulled up my stats. It's charisma saving throw, right?
Yep.
Okay, I have. Okay, it's a 6. Plus 6 for me. It's a 15.
It rolled a 1. So
Yeah!
as you are standing there looming over Wade's body, he's almost like kind of hugging you with the way that he's trying to tie the rope around the back of your hands. As you glare down at him, you start to try and physically impose yourself on the parasite. And as you do, it, while trying to regain in control, cannot balance out against your sheer willpower of this thing against your friends, and you start to feel the ooze regain into the back of your neck as you physically shrink down and become, I think, still taller than Wade's height, aren't you?
How tall are you,
bargain.
Wade?
How
tall is Wade?
5'10". 5'10".
I'm shorter than Wade. I'm 5'3".
Oh, look at that!
Oh shit.
Never mind, you
Yeah.
physically shrink down to below Wade's height, and where you were once looking down on him, you're now looking up.
I will sort of collapse forward into Wade.
Oh.
I will catch you.
Oh. Also, hi Sirius, hi Leo. Some of my friends are watching.
Hello, Felis's friends.
Hello.
So yeah,
Welcome to the long list of people we have to say goodbye to at the end.
Yeah! Stick around.
Add him to the list.
So yeah, Wade, as you stand there and you're holding the rope there, you watch as this creature recedes back into Isabel, and she starts to stumble forward and fall on you, the rope falling slack with her hands now less wide and girthy as they were, and she just falls on you as you catch her.
It seemed like she lost a lot of her like ability to hold herself up, or like should I be gently like laying her on the ground, or was it more like a daze like stumble?
That's up to you, Felix.
That's more of a stumble, more just like, holy shit, I turned into a thing I've never turned into. Also, I can turn
Yeah,
into
okay.
a thing.
So I'll steady you. I'll steady you.
So, as far as I'm aware, combat is now over, unless anyone wants to do anything else.
I have one thing that I want to do. I want to like charge over to Thyra and just punch her in the face, or attempt to punch her in the face.
Okay, so Alakian, it's your turn.
You have
Seeing
the-
that Isabel is now Isabel again.
It's
Yeah.
your turn after both Free and Thyra, so is there anything that you two want to do beforehand?
I was.
I think there's anything I can.
You
do
can go ahead.
Really.
I was
I'll
just
say
gonna go over
we'll-
to.
Just
We'll stay out of combat for this, because I don't think this is going to start a fight. So...
No.
we'll
I
just-
doubt I'm gonna hit. I mean, to be quite frank.
We'll go back to as it was. So yeah, you two watch as Isabel stumbles forth into Wade in like a weird hug sort of thing.
Like Kingdom Hearts, Sora and Kairi, you know.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was envisioning.
That's
Not gonna
what-
lie.
The only thing I would have done was I would have went over to the other table to check it out.
Sure, so you can start walking over to
But
the
I
other
will
table.
let Alakian charge first because charging sounds fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm going to like just full on dash, like fist fully cocked, and just attempt to punch her in the face.
So make an attack roll.
I'm literally punching up, but I don't give a shit.
Superman punch.
That is a 19 plus, like, what do I add, dex to that
I don't
for an
think it
unarmed
matters.
strike?
I really don't, because I'm pretty sure 19 hits your armor
Yeah.
class.
It does, yes.
So go ahead
Could
and roll
I,
damage.
cutting words, this to be an asshole?
Not yet, because
Better reaction.
you aren't quite level 3 yet, technically.
Damn.
But you nearly are.
But yeah, I'm just gonna full on dash and just cock her right in the side of the face.
So what's your damage for that?
2 damage.
It's 2.
2 damage.
2 damage. Like, that's for knocking me the fuck unconscious. The
Yeah,
fuck?
It rings a little bit in your ears, Thyra, but I mean, you've been hit worse than that.
I was saying, like, I didn't figure it was gonna do anything, but it's like,
In the past 5 minutes, you've been hit a lot worse than that, so yeah.
and then I'm gonna storm off the other direction.
So as a reminder, I think Alakian, you were bitten and infected, but I don't think anyone else was, correct?
Correct.
I believe so.
I was bitten, but no. 3 was bitten
You-
but not infected.
Yep.
I was
So
bitten
Alakian's the
but
only
not
one who's
infected.
infected.
Again.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, as you storm off, you do so, and you guys now have the room.
I'm
'Cause
gonna
Isabella's
kind of
still there.
smirk after that attempt at a punch. I'm gonna go over to the other table and look at it.
Sure. So make an investigation check for this.
Alright.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna push Wade out of the way, and then sort of go off behind one of the pillars
Nope.
and
That's an
vomit
actual
for a
one.
while.
Sure.
I'm gonna follow behind her. And
Yeah,
I
so-
will hold her hair back.
I
and
knew
rub
it
her
was
back.
coming! I knew it
I
was
was gonna
coming!
do the same
Yes!
thing.
Bow, 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 bow.
Right, get it all out. Get it all out. Come on.
Just gonna vomit and then
Could you please hold my hair back while I puke?
Equa, could you check your DMs for me real fast?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So what was your investigation check, Thyra?
Natural 1.
Ooh.
Natural 1. Yeah. As you look through this table, it is mostly books, and they mostly sort of talk about the same thing as the one to the north of the chamber, as far as you can tell. Your investigation is interrupted by Isabel retching in the corner, and Wade going, there, it's okay. Yeah, you don't glean too much from that.
Right. I'm gonna go watch the vomiting.
Sure, it's a weird spectator sport. You see Isabel crouching down, making a kind of big pool of bile, and Wade is just standing there, and you peer around the corner and just look.
I'm actually kind of like in front of her head, so when she looks up, the first thing she's gonna see is the severed head she threw at me.
Cool. Yeah, you hold it by the hair, and some of it falls back down above your forearm, and some of it is down in front. Isabel, as you finish chucking up, you see, and there's his head right in front of you.
she doesn't move. She just sort of stays.
Okay.
Just stares at the head for a while.
I think we're
Sure.
gonna need more than a head this time.
She doesn't move. She doesn't talk.
I think she might need some space right now.
Well, I'm sure we can use this stuff here as evidence. And, yeah. I'm going to go look if he had anything hidden in his mattress.
There are
Okay.
books. There are books
Make-
about the research that he was doing on the lycanthropes, and I have his test results. I hold up the book that I actually took. Off
So
the
Free, make your
cabinet.
investigation check.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah, as you can't lift the mattress up because it's kind of like disgusting. It's stained and kind of rotten and moldy in places, and you don't want to touch it. But you find a place that is, suitable and pick it up a little bit, and you feel around. You get 3 gold and 6 silver from under the mattress.
Oh, sweet.
As Thyra is holding up the book that she claims to have found. And yeah.
Upon saying that, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna ask to see. I'm gonna ask to see the book very begrudgingly. Ask. And then do you give it to me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna start reading through it and see like if I can discern exactly what these little pots were, like what he was doing with them, like in them, why he had it the way he did.
Sure. Through looking through this book, you find that he was trying to find a way to derive the essence of certain creatures, to insert them into others. You understand from your basic understanding of lycanthropy that he himself could have infected people with specifically tiger lycanthropy, but he seems to have struggled to find a way to infect people with other animals, and through the hog and the wolf he was trying to not only preserve the heads but also get essence out of them that he could then use on other people. It also talks about the test subjects that he had, and they are not named, but you gather that the remains are currently behind you on the far wall, and as you go and inspect them, most of them are eaten to an extent.
Okay. Like I can see like bone marks and
Yeah,
stuff.
most of
Not
it
bone, like
is
teeth
just
marks and stuff in the
bone.
bones.
Yeah.
I was saying like did it look like they like the skin just dissolved, or that it was actually eaten, like there was bite marks on the bones and stuff.
No,
kinda
it
what I was
looks
going
pretty. It looks pretty chewed on.
Okay.
Alright, Ian. I gave you something you wanted. Can you come check something out for me? I'm gonna go over to the chest that I found, the little box thing on the table over here.
Sure, it is a small. It's about, I don't know, 2 feet by 1 feet box. It has a lid on it, and it is it's got a latch over the bottom lock, but it is unlocked, and there's just like that thin layer of dust that's on top of it.
I guess, and I'll pull out my lockpick and I'll attempt to. Is it locked? I'm assuming. Is it locked?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up.
Yeah. As you open it up, there is an immediate smell that hits you first of preserved meats, and as you open it up, you see in there an array of different, like, human anatomy. There is a heart in there. There are some lungs. There is like a foot, and all of it looks to be and smells to be completely fresh.
I'm gonna go look at the bodies that are in the all the bones. Can I see if like there's like a missing foot or something like that from one of them?
Make an investigation check.
13 plus.
I'm gonna start picking up some of the books off of that
6.
table and putting them in my backpack.
Okay, sure.
16 total.
Yeah, as you go and investigate the pile of bodies, you do find one that the foot is missing. It's on the very, very bottom of the pile. And the body itself looks to be old and decaying. The bone is like sort of gathering a bit of bacteria and is starting to get stained. There is no blood on it. It's completely like dried yellow bone. Looks old.
Okay. But you said the foot looks like completely fresh, like just cut off.
Yeah.
More or less. Does like the wound look cauterized, or does it look more like it was kind of?
It looks like it was just cut off or torn off. It's messy, but it's not a medicinal thing. It's just been torn off and placed in the box.
Can I see if there are any runes or anything like that on the box? Like on the
Sure.
outside or the inside?
Make an investigation check.
This is an 11.
Hard to tell. You don't really see any magical runes or anything like that from what you can see.
Okay. I see any kind of like an inscription on it.
No, not with your check. No.
And how big is the box? Like,
It's about 2 feet wide and 1 feet back.
okay. And then you said it was like a foot, a heart. What else was it?
And there's a
What
pair
else
of
was in there?
lungs in there. Like a complete
pair of
pair of
lungs,
lungs
okay.
that are like cut in half, so there's like one stacked on top of the other.
Okay. Can I make out whether they appear to be like human? Like the heart and lungs, does it look like they're human or humanoid-esque, or does it look like they're
Yeah,
animal, or do I
basic
have
as
any
you can
idea?
tell. I mean, they're not
Okay.
like any different from what you imagine a humanoid heart or whatever would look like. The foot's definitely
Okay.
human.
Yeah. I knew that. I kind of figured that. Let's give it back to Thyra and like can't tell you much other than there's just preserved human parts. So do with that what you will. Hell, maybe give it to Isabel for a snack later.
Should we take these?
Yeah, you see Isabel still like sitting there, just kind of like, and goes back to her pouting.
Should we take these things back and see, give them to Mazor before others arrive?
I mean, I
Do
guess.
do I hear? Does it kind of sound like any others are coming?
No, not that you can tell.
Probably look
Upon-
over the, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Didn't seem like that many. You think that was all of them, or?
I mean, it's probably all of them that were here. I mean, there's not. I doubt that's all of them, considering the experiments he's been doing. But I mean, we don't have anything to go off of, other than obviously the dead bodies we have here.
It looked like he was
Yeah.
doing more testing, so maybe these were the only ones he was able to make.
It's a good theory,
Yeah.
but I mean, what happened 50 years ago when this shit happened?
Maybe this
He lost
person
all his
came,
experiments.
or it's someone who took up somebody else's research. We'll only know when we read the book.
You don't think that Isabel could have been a part of these experiments, do you?
Yes, she was the main culprit in all of this.
No, I mean, like, was she a victim
Was she an
or a
experiment?
experiment?
Okay.
You saw the way she turned into that thing.
Well, considering most of these seem to be have to deal with lycanthropy, I highly doubt it because that looked more like a monster
There's
than
one way
another
to find
creature.
out. Is Isabel still like kneeling on the floor? She's still on the ground.
Yeah, she's still not doing great, but you can try to talk, I guess.
I'm gonna kneel down next to her. Were you an experiment?
Isabel will look up at Thyra and just go, "Well, no, I don't think." That's all she's gonna say.
Are you okay
While they're
to
having
walk,
this
or do you need
conversation,
help? Are you okay to walk, or do you need help?
I think I can walk, eh?
Would you like my staff? A little bit of support?
That'll be fine.
I'm still gonna give her a hand and help her up.
Mhm.
I'll stand up.
How about some, you want some water? Rinse out some of that puke.
Aye, that'd be nice, Wade.
Yeah, I'll hand
Thank
her
you.
my water skin.
I'll take a swig and spit it onto the floor.
Tastes awful. Tastes like blood.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'll
I mean,
rinse her
blood
up a
taste-
little.
blood tasted bad. I mean, it's depending on who you ask. I mean,
Yeah. Isabel doesn't like the taste.
while they're
sure.
doing all of this, I am going to I'm gonna run along the wall
Mhm.
and just see if I can denote anything in particular about the labyrinth or the maze or whatever the heck. I can figure out what it is. See if there's any like special markings that denote special places or whether it like repeats in.
So make a perception check.
Okay. Natural 20.
As you
So,
walk around,
yeah.
These intricate designs are hand drawn in what you assume to be like a black paint. It's not just a chalk; it's like an actual paint that's painted on the walls. None of it is the same as any other place that you can tell. Every single line here is unique. None of them cross over. It's just like this massive, intricate maze-like pattern that encompasses all of the walls, and there's no like secret passages or anything like that. There's
Is there a clearly denoted entrance and exit?
Nope,
or not?
It's just all walls. All walls of this maze.
Come.
It's the ultimate restaurant placemat.
Yeah. Except here you don't eat good food.
Yeah. You are the food.
How does raw tiger sound to you guys?
Terrible.
Human foot, how's that sound? But yeah, that's all you see.
Also, haha, Dido, haha.
I wear my sunglasses at night, so I can.
Some.
So yeah, what's everyone else doing?
Does the last werewolf that has not been devoured, does it have like any kind of clothing, or is it like the first ones where it was just scraps of stuff?
It has now receded back into its human, or into its humanoid, I guess, form.
Okay.
You see a darker skinned human man, like a little bit of hair, but sort of like balding in the top. He looks older, with a very, very apparent tattoo of the same sigil on the forearm. He is not wearing anything too fancy. Most of it is like a little bit shredded and torn. It looks very low income. And he's not wearing his shoes. His feet are bare, and they are like caked in dust.
Do I recognize him?
No.
Okay.
Should we be destroying those jar things, big tubes, so nobody can make more of them?
Would you like me to?
I don't think it would be a bad idea.
I'm gonna take my axe. I'm gonna go over to the cabinet, and I'm just gonna swipe through all of them.
Yeah, make a strength check.
Oh, I'm talking about. Wasn't it like a big test tube thing with
So,
like?
Yeah.
so
It's
there's
big, it's like
there's the
5
little
feet wide.
jars. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just
There are
destroy
the-
everything. Yeah,
There are
that
the
works.
3 like bigger jars that are about 5 foot wide each. You might be thinking of the pot that was on the table where the chest was, which is smaller but it doesn't have anything in it.
It was a 15.
15. Yeah. You swing your axe through. It doesn't get all the way through all 3 of them. You get all the way through the first and like halfway through the second, as there is like a shattering of glass and a running of this liquid that is. It has the same consistency as water. It also like spills out onto the floor and starts to make a large puddle where everything is. With the way that your axe shattered the tubes, the one on the bottom, which was the boar, I believe, that head actually falls out onto the floor, but the second one, which is the tiger's head actually just sinks to the bottom of the tube and rests there as the water spills out.
I'm just gonna take the rest of them by hand and just push them off onto the floor to break them.
Okay, sure. So you push over
Just
the
making it
middle and the
bad.
last one, and then just as the water spills out. And yeah, that's that.
I'm gonna go look at that pot that's on the table. You said is there anything at all like residue or anything like that on it? Are there markings on it or anything like that?
Make an investigation check as you pick it up.
Okay. 13 plus 3, 16 total. Again.
Yeah, as you pick it up, it is essentially just like a normal, like reddish flower pot. It's about that big, and that wide. It's ceramic, and as you pick it up, there is like a faint marking, like glow from the top rim. You can't really tell that well what it is, but there is like a faint greenish aura.
I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Okay, are you trying to hide it, or are you...
I mean, I don't really care. No, not really. Just kind of just put it in my bag.
Okay, so yeah, you just put it in your bag. Everyone who wants to see it can see it. If you're paying attention.
Not really.
I mean, my passive perception would have picked it up.
While you're destroying those things?
I have a high passive perception.
So you see him just pick up the flower pot and just put it in his bag.
So we
Everyone's
job done. Or?
I'd say that's job done.
Alright, then you get
As
the
I
fuck out of here.
slick off blood.
Let's go get our money.
Yeah, as you all start to leave the room that is there, Thyra, your boots as you drip this greenish liquid behind you. There is only one body left, and it's the one down at the bottom. And you emerge back out into that sort of like circular small room, and start to make your way back. I assume you're avoiding the trap that was there.
Yeah. Can I see like where those other people would have come from? Like,
Yeah.
Are there any noticeable doors or anything like that? Or openings or?
So, I won't make your roll perception because you've been rolling pretty high. As you walk outwards, you don't get the sense there are any more hidden doors. And as you reach that initial place where you found the secret entrance, you gather that there is some like vague dust in the space of where you imagine human footprints would lie, that come from the other side of where you came in. So as you came into this tunnel, you had the large like open sewer grate, and you walked down, and where it started to bend, you found the secret entrance. You gather that they came from the other way.
Okay. I want to point this out to everybody. And then I want to kind of sneak my way down that way and see if I can see anything else down there. Emphasis on sneak.
So roll stealth check.
Okay.
And how far down do you want to go?
Until I can't go any farther, I guess. I guess not until I can't go any farther, but until I see like a room or something like that that looks like they might have come from or something like that.
So what's your stealth roll?
18, and I am going to be keeping an eye out for traps on my way.
Sure. As you walk down, this tunnel starts to... It goes for a long time. As you walk down, it starts to get bigger and more water comes in, and you start to find crossroads where you can go down. You gather as you get further in, this is the main sewer tunnel, or the main like water tunnel from the river that comes in to get to the well. I'll say you walk for about 20-25 minutes and don't find anything. And you only manage to cover maybe, I don't know, a little bit of this grid.
Do I see any kind of footprints or anything like that?
You don't see any
like noticeable traces of anything?
Well, the dust does form into larger footprints as it goes further in. Eventually you come to like a ladder that leads upwards into the surface where they stop. But there are no additional footprints. And are the rest of you going with him, or are you staying where you are?
I'm staying where I am.
Yeah, with my sloshing, I would stay.
Okay.
Did he try to slip away on his own, or was it?
I specifically pointed out to you guys what I saw, and then I went. I wasn't trying to sneak off by any means.
Okay. I'll wait back with the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was trying to be sneaky to others, just not.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Correct. Yeah, I specifically pointed out to you guys what I saw, and then I went that way.
I am out of everything.
So, Danny, you get bit?
No, well I did, but nothing stayed. I think.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. Because don't forget we got those potions.
I gotta grab my charger.
We should probably remind Elikane when he comes back.
I think Allocaine was also bit again.
Yeah.
Good idea there, White. Hey.
That's again.
Don't need nobody else turning into no monsters on us, yeah?
I think we have enough to deal with.
Isabel's gonna glare at Wade.
I mean, no offense. You know.
Can I attempt to intimidate him through glares only?
Very menacing glare.
Sure. Make an intimidation check.
Yay! It's not that good. It's only a 14.
Yeah, Thyra is very not offended by what Wade said.
Yeah, well, she starts to give you the evils, but yeah, you shrug it off.
It's not the
Give
first.
him the evils.
From Thyra's lack of response, you can probably garner she's been called a monster before.
Oh. I wasn't even directing it toward you. What, if you don't mind me asking, what was that about there, Izzy?
You know how I ate things.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to notice.
So that's the reason why. If I don't, that thing eats me.
Meat
How
to be
did you-
eaten. That is the question.
I don't know.
How did you-
That's never happened. Like something like that's never happened before. Like I've never to become it. It's never. It's just been a voice in my head since I was little.
Voice in your head?
Aye.
Oh.
Oh.
I think to Cat, you're not gonna do that to me, are you?
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, poor Wade.
Yeah, you hear the voice return. I mean, I'm getting pretty hungry.
Fuck
What-
Kevin.
It's not very intimidating.
What are you craving, Kev?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
thinking blood, organs. Maybe your blood and organs, Wade.
Can I insight check the voice in my head?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay, that's a 2 plus 1. That's a 3.
Convincing. He might get hungry and start eating you.
Oh no.
Izzy,
Aye.
have you found any ways of controlling it, satiating, anything?
You've seen me eat things before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. I eat things for it. I feed it directly. This is.
Shit.
I eat food for myself. Like it's not just that is. I feed it. So
What is that?
why?
What's
do
raw
you
meat
have-
taste like?
Not
Is it
very
tolerable?
pleasant. Well, I'm not the one eating it, so I don't control the swallowing it. What do you ask?
You don't taste it?
No, I do.
Some raw
not
meat is
pleasant.
better than others.
I'm
What
craving
is
raw
this?
crawdads, crayfish. Give me something.
Are you alright, Wade? Like, is everything alright?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
He
yeah.
seems to be turning a little green.
Aye.
I think he's afraid you're gonna give him what you have.
I don't think I can.
Or maybe he hears voices too.
No, that's not it. Definitely not that.
Insight check.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a feeble there, Wade.
Sorry, my phone's being weird today.
Oh,
Good.
Sure, right.
this
Do
is
you want me to
7.
roll a deception or?
Yeah,
'Cause
roll your
I could have
deception.
told a shit lie. Let's see. Although I do have a high charisma, so.
Oh, what did I miss?
Insight check.
6.
Oh, I got a 7.
Ooh.
You have a high charisma, I have a high wisdom, and we both rolled low.
Yeah.
Like shit. I rolled a 2. Plus
Thyra,
4.
you gather the sense that I mean, it could just be because he's like shaken by what's happened with Isabel, but considering his pestering about a very specific topic, something isn't quite adding up here with Wade.
I mean, as long as you're not. Well, I think if you start doing what Izzy was doing before the thing came out, I think you're okay, Wade.
Okay. If I start eating things, just
If you
Yeah.
ever have food, I will knock it out of your hand.
Wait, you hear the
You'll
voice
never
say.
eat again.
You hear the voice say, "She knows. I'm gonna eat her first."
Eyes go wide.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a few steps back away from Thyra,
Yeah, you watch away to see.
and just pretend like I'm waiting, looking out for Elikane to come back, or Lakian.
Yeah, as Wade takes a couple steps back, he's still like
Look
looking
distracted.
at you, and he just like and turns around and starts tapping his foot, looking intently down the hall.
Free? Are my eyes changing color?
No.
Wade backed away pretty quickly. I just wanted to make sure.
No, you're all you're all right, sweetheart.
I don't feel particularly angry right now.
No, I think he's a little perturbed at the moment by whatever thoughts are going on in his head.
Better leave those cobwebs alone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so as the rest of the group is standing at the tunnel entrance waiting on Lakian, what do you want to do while you're down the tunnel?
So, like, the quote-unquote trail that I follow just ends at a ladder going to the surface.
Yeah.
I am going to, like, is it like an opening, or is it kind of like a manhole type thing? Like,
should
where
point
there's a
out-
trapdoor covering it?
As you follow these tracks, it's not like a straight path. Some of it did like wind around a little bit. Some of it circled on it itself. But yeah, as it all comes back to this point, and yeah, it's like it's sort of like a manhole cover. Yeah, there's like a
Okay.
plate above.
Okay. I am going to stealthily try and, like, poke my head up, see what I can see, like, at the top of that.
Yeah, as you climb up the ladder and open the hatch, as you poke your head up, you are in a back alley of the town. There are, boxes and like barrels of trash around. And as you look around, you see out in the corner there is like a specifically carved out section that is just a couple of cardboard, or not cardboard, but like a couple of wooden planks on the bottom, with like a piece of cloth that's nailed into a wooden fence that like comes up over the top. You gather that the guy that was down there, this might be where he's been sleeping.
All right. Do I recognize any of the surroundings out of all the times that I've kind of been, like, watching, like, as we're walking through the town? Does any of this look familiar at all?
From the manhole cover, no. If you wanted to get up and
Okay.
walk around, you might be able to discern where you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then. Just do that real fast.
Okay,
See
sure.
if I can figure out where we're at.
So you come out, the sunlight hits your face and the rest of your body as you walk outwards. I'll say you walk around for maybe 5 minutes and then realize where you are. You are on the west side of town.
Okay.
This is near enough to where you came in. It's probably about 10 minutes out of a walk from where you came in, but it's like it's close-ish to the outskirts, but it's not right there.
Okay. Well, I guess I am just going to head back. If I know, like, how close I am to them, I'm going to go back the shortest way to actually get back to
To the office.
everybody else.
Sure.
No, to everybody else in
Okay.
the sewers still.
So yeah, you probably have to go back down. I'll say it will take you another like 25 minutes. So you probably would have been gone for like an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you guys would have been waiting for a while.
Are there any animals in the vicinity?
Make a perception check.
Oh, sewer gators.
You said perception?
Yep.
Wade's the only person who believes in
dirty
sewer
20?
gators and is not afraid of them. He wants to hunt them.
Yeah, you don't see any, like, animals. There is, like, a bat up on the ceiling, like, maybe 60 feet out that scurries off when you, notice it. There's a couple of, like, insects around. There's nothing in the ways of fish or rats or anything like that that you can see in the immediate vicinity.
But there are bugs.
There are bugs, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put my hand under my cloak. I'm going to clasp my necklace, kneel down on the ground, and start tracing the shapes of flowers and a big bear,
Mm-hmm.
and start saying, Anya V. Lore. I'm going to ritual cast Speak with Animals.
So you multi-classed into Druid already?
No, that's my bear totem. I get 2 ritual spells.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Bear totem is badass.
So,
Bear Totem's
as...
the only barbarian worth being.
Facts.
I wonder if you'll ever talk to a bear. As you, like, kneel down and start to trace a symbol in the ground, you feel like a pulse emanate from your necklace. As the symbol starts to just ever so faintly glow. You become very aware of the animals around you. So there's like a couple of flies that are back the way that you came. The bat that you saw is maybe like 90 feet down from what you can hear, but you can't see that far. There's not much else here at the moment you can see.
I'm gonna ask to the general animals around. Were there more of the things that we were just fighting around?
Yeah, you see the flies who are like zzz, like buzzing around in a little group. Near enough to you, just start to zzz, and start coming near you. You hear an array of like no, no, no.
These were all of them.
Is it what?
These were all of them.
You hear? Yeah, as far as I can see. Yeah, I think so.
It's adorable.
I love those flies.
I love it.
Yeah, totally.
Do you know how long he was here?
Yeah,
the short lifespan of a fly.
They turn to each other like, how long you been around
I mean,
here?
if it's as long as they've been around, it's been a few days.
Yeah, one says, how long you been around here? The other one says, 2 days. The other one says, 3 days. I don't know. 3 days.
Is there anything you guys would like to know while we're waiting?
You hear the smallest one that's in there. It's like a little cluster of 3. It says, "No any garbage. I'm hungry."
They're corpses?
That's all you get. Yeah,
But
it says.
I was asking the other people because Isabel, Free, and Wade can hear me talking out loud. I
As
was
you
asking them if there's anything they wanted to know.
Oh. Well, the flies said that anyway, because the flies are not very intelligent.
True.
Wade's got his hands on his head, and he's like, "Oh no, she's talking to herself too."
Have like my hand on Wade's back, kind of rubbing his back, being like, "What the fuck is wrong with him?"
Yeah, wait, do you let her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
comforting.
I mean, the flies aren't very smart, but they at least knew that there were no more. There are no more werewolves that we need to know of. He hadn't created more, right?
Um, yeah, they perk up. Werewolves? Werewolves? What werewolves?
Yeah, the animals around don't seem to think that there are more. Just the ones that we saw.
That's always a relief.
So now I'm gonna hear these flies for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. You over the next 10 minutes, you hear them like buzz around the back of your head, and they just like keep talking to each other and keep talking to you. Like, what happened? Where you from? Who are you? What are you doing? There's like a lot of like constant feedback until you eventually run out of your 10-minute span.
I'm gonna, like, right before it runs out, I'm gonna grab my staff and kind of bang it on the ground and just erupt just some, I don't know, kind of like just a flower. Not my usual flower, but just like not my normal pretty flowers for the flies to just have that. There you go. Food.
As you bang your staff on the ground, they are right next to you, and you hear them all go down towards the flower as they start to investigate it.
Well, this has been certainly a day, hasn't it?
So you said it's been an hour. Can I take a short rest?
Yeah, sure, you can all take a short rest. In this time, you guys will get your level 3 perks.
Yay!
Oh, really?
I'm gonna,
Sweet.
Yeah, I'll give them to you now.
I'm gonna heal
Does that
now.
include HP? Well, I guess, yeah, technically the
You
long
can-
rest, we could have used hit die
You
anyway.
can hit die your HP back up with the extra one for hitting level 3 if you want.
Okay, let's put the 8s.
Apart from Alakin, because Alakin is still walking.
Yep.
Well, I'm full.
Nice.
In more ways than one. Ha puns!
Psychological trauma.
Haha, I eat people.
Full.
It's the best!
I want to kill myself. Anyways.
So
So,
yeah,
yeah,
at the end of
I'm
your
at full health
long
now.
rest, Alakin returns to a more rested alive group than before.
So, followed those little footprints that I saw, and it didn't really lead anywhere in particular, just where it seemed to be that probably one of those guys was sleeping in an alleyway. So, just hoping it would lead us to something a little bit more
Oh, there are some
interesting.
more werewolves? Just the
Not
ones
that
that
I-
we fought?
Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out like if there was like someplace they were sleeping or staying, trying to find stuff.
These were the only ones the
Perhaps
animals
like
around
a
saw?
den or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it the best to get? You'll do the best. Let's go get our fucking money and get out of this fucking town.
I
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Personally,
What was that, Free?
said I could go for a drink personally.
That too. They pointed at I point at 3.
Let's go then.
Am I currently covered in blood?
For the most part, yes. You don't have much in the way of your mouth and neck anymore. You
Okay.
get the sense that when whatever it was receded, it took that with it. But your arms are covered, as it left some on there from before, and also from digging in and crap like that.
Alright. I will
Perhaps
keep
it's
the
that.
blood for now.
I'm
Honestly,
also covered in blood.
yeah,
My own, but
we'll make a
Pelicans.
show of it.
Yeah. A little bit of a bite mark.
by the end of that, I had 2 hit points left.
Jesus.
Crap.
It's good
It's
that
16.
Isabel didn't attack anyone, then, isn't it? Damn.
Yeah.
I still love the lasso idea. That was so good.
as you all start to make your way out of this tunnel. It takes you a while to get out, but eventually you do make your way out, and then the town is yours. But we're going to go ahead and take a short break in the meantime, so everyone can go and get the stuff that they need. And we will be back here in 15-20 minutes for the next part of our session. So, we'll be back, chat. Don't you worry. Hang out, and I'll probably be in chat for a while because I don't get to do that very often. So that's what I'll do. So we'll be back soon.
Back into the danger zone.
Danger zone.
The less dangerous zone.
You can't resist with the puns, can you?
Copyright zone.
Anyway, we'll be back soon, so we'll see you all soon.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We are
Welcome
back
back
from
to the
our
danger
break.
zone.
For some reason, I have turned into a German again for the 62nd time in my life. Let's change the thingy over.
I am the German man, yeah.
Just wait until you... I'm gonna make the most intimidating German NPCs. You have no idea. Great.
These
Wow.
I
sound
love
like that,
German
like-
accents.
It's my favorite, dude.
They
It's my
can be
favorite
either
one.
scary. They're either scary or hilarious. There's no between.
This is fact.
I'm having ideas
Mhm.
now.
Oh no.
So,
Ideas are wonderful.
I agree. So as we exit the sewer entrance, you spent the majority of the day doing stuff already. So I will say the sun is starting to go down. Looks like you're around like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. And yeah, the sun is like slowly starting to disappear behind the horizon. It's just starting to get there. There is still like a warm glow around the town. The wind is lessened, but you can still hear the as sand starts to like pick up over the dunes and fall back down. As you emerge from the sewer grate, what would you all like to do?
To the inn or to the office and get a coin?
Let's go to the office so he doesn't worry about us overnight.
I don't think he's gonna worry.
Right.
If he's even there.
I have a feeling he would be.
I'm sure the amount of paperwork and dealing with people he has to do over his officers being dead in a cell is going to be quite a bit.
I mean, I'm not really familiar with all this stuff, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Hey, Elikane,
What's up?
you got bit there, right?
Did I?
I think so, right?
Yeah, you look down to where Wade is pointing, and there is like an acknowledgement of throbbing pain in your, I believe it was the arm, and you see like a faint
Yeah, I think so.
green glow that is starting to spread up your. At this point, it's starting to get up your like shoulder area and your upper arm.
Oh shit! Yep, I guess. Oh fuck, that hurts. Yeah, I guess I did. I'm just gonna pull out the potion and chug it.
Yeah, you chug the potion and look down, and green starts to become replaced and pushed out by a purple, as you feel the ooze start to like push outwards and bubble a little bit as it comes out of you and starts to fall to the ground.
Ah, oh, fuck, that still hurts. Okay, yeah, all right, let's keep going. I'm gonna need a drink after that. All right, let's go.
Y'all don't think that you can, never mind, I don't wanna, nothing.
What's up? What? Don't think you can what?
Oh, don't wanna I don't think you can overdose on that stuff, do you?
I mean, I'm still standing for now, so I mean, who knows? And before Lycan just falls over.
Who knows? Thud. The adrenaline! Pulp Fiction, this bitch.
Does he really fall down?
No,
No, he's
Oh.
no. I wouldn't
thought
do
you were
that.
just
In
gonna,
character, I would not do that. Now, if it was Esperin in that situation, probably. Like, he's not really a prankster per se. Other than the jackass at the fucking inn. I mean, that's different.
I'm
I don't-
carrying a 7.
Yes, we also should make sure that gets put away properly, I guess.
Yeah. Mizor might want to see it as proof the
Hey.
deed's done.
Not going in my backpack.
That's
You
why
can
I'm
put it in
carrying
mine.
it.
I'll open my bag and be like, you put it in there.
Okay. I
Look.
put it in.
Yeah, she
I
places
have
the
to
head in, and then as the hair all has to be pushed in as well.
Hey, go see Mizor.
Hey,
Yeah, so it takes you maybe 20 minutes to get back to the Tarkat office. As you walk in, Mazor is sitting at his desk with his head in his hand, eating a bit of. It's like his last bit of what is a food, but you can't quite making out. As he's just eating it, he doesn't notice you come in.
Mizor.
Oh
you have
shit!
good
Hi.
news? No. I'll pull
Knock,
the
knock,
head out.
bitch.
You better be done eating before you turn around.
Yeah, you pull the head out and just drop it on his desk. He goes, "Oh, shit.
Or, yes, plopped in front of you.
So you're done then. This is him."
Hey,
I
it was I.
It was.
Right. Okay. Good job, I guess.
he was doing
I'll-
experiments, and I start unloading the books out of my backpack
All of
onto his
the
desk.
Yeah, you watch as like Clara turns her backpack upside down, and all these books come down, like covering all of his work that he was currently doing. Yeah, he goes. Right. So I've got some reading to do then. Great.
I think this one would be the most important, and I actually hand him the research book that the Were Tiger was actually, I guess, writing in or reading,
Okay.
that I actually took from the cabinet.
Sure. So he puts it on top of the rest and starts to open it and flick through. He reads it for a little while and puts it away and says, "Right. So our theory was correct then. Looks like there's more around. Thankfully, our good friend Vislar has agreed to reproduce our potion for a small fee, but it won't be done for a little while, but I'll spread it around the town. You guys don't have to worry about that. Thank
Did
you
she say
for
what kind of
doing
potion
this."
it was?
She said it was a potion of cure lycanthropy. Just,
Straightforward.
doesn't do much else, just cures that specific ailment.
Is there any sort of side effects?
Not that she mentioned.
Dry mouth, indigestion.
Personally, I
Eating
feel
people.
like you'd be more worried
See-
about the
see,
side effects of
voice.
becoming a werewolf, so I'm sure it's fine.
Hey,
Well, I gotta say thank you for doing this for me. I mean, this is eye-opening for sure, and I don't know if I could have done it without you, but I know you said you wanted to head off, and I'll be fine if you do, but, at least let me buy you a drink first.
I'll take it.
Yes.
I will gladly take that offer.
hey, I'm not saying any of that. That'll do.
As
Cool.
Alakian starts clutching his hurt arm.
And he steps up and looks at, what you can now see was a cupcake and tosses it over his shoulder as he doesn't want it anymore.
Okay.
As he, walks up to the door, he notices your arm, Alakian. You good, or...
I think so. I mean, I got bit while we were fighting him, and I mean, chugged one of the potions. So I mean, hopefully, I did it in time. We won't know for a little bit.
Sure. Alright, let's go. And he starts walking out into the thoroughfare of the town. It'll take about 10 minutes to get to a bar, so if there is anything that anyone wants to do, let me know.
So where do we go from here?
Well, I think first off, we need to talk about your anger issues. Knocking me unconscious for no goddamn reason.
Haven't you
You need
seen
to-
it before? What I did to Wade?
You haven't
Shouldn't
hurt
get that
him.
close to me when I'm like that.
Haven't hurt him is the thing. You need to figure out your emotions, because that.
Well, you should have
that's-
seen me a
that's
couple of years
not
ago.
gonna-
This conversation would have had me going. It's very under control. Just sometimes it comes out.
Could have
Yeah, where
fooled
is
me.
that?
You cold cocked me with your goddamn staff. Why
Maybe
can
you're
you
a
not
nicer
discern
person,
friend from
And
foe?
we had a little bit more of a connection. Maybe I wouldn't hurt you so much. Maybe that's what Wade has going for him, but you don't.
Why? What issues do you have? What are you hiding?
I'm not hiding. You've been rude to most every person we've met, including me.
You hit me in the fucking face!
You're a bit of an
Are you
asshole.
saying you
though,
don't
to be
deserve
fair.
it? I'm saying you don't deserve being knocked unconscious, but you kind of deserve to knock on the head a little bit.
I mean, yeah, what I did to that innkeeper guy, yeah, I was a bit of a dick. But, I mean, to be fair, he was an asshole. So, I mean, I kind of feel like turnabout's fair play there. Now, in the middle of combat, me saving you from that fucking werewolf, I mean, I don't know about that so much. I mean, that was...
How about this? I can't make any guarantees. If you're nicer to me, maybe it'll be less likely for me to knock you over the head. But until we know each other a little better, maybe you shouldn't get so close to me when my eyes change.
What's
Yeah,
with that,
speaking of that-
anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's with that?
It's just a thing that happens when I get angry. It was really bad when I was a child. Like any kind of tantrum, my eyes would change and I would just go off. It's gotten a lot better. I've been able to control it.
Is that running your family by chance?
Not that I'm aware. My sisters
Alright.
don't have it. My mom doesn't have it. My grandmother didn't have it. My aunt.
Any other special abilities besides just, being angry?
I mean, I can talk to animals now. That's new.
That sounds... I wish I could do that.
It's pretty cool. Holy,
Can you,
I
tell
was,
it... Can you,
talking to myself?
Do you like tell him to do stuff, or is it just like get information?
Usually I just use it for information.
But could you, in theory, get them to do stuff for you?
Possibly. Doesn't mean I will.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to, but I'm just kind of wondering for, my sake.
Can you talk to animals?
No, not yet, but it'd be something kind of cool to learn if I could. Not gonna lie, I'd be kind of happy to do that. I mean, seems kind of cool.
Maybe. I mean, I grew up in the woods. Talking to animals is, whether they understand you or not, is kind of a thing we do.
That's fair enough.
I'll try not to knock you in the head during combats again.
That'd be great. Thanks.
It's about this time that you appear at the bar. The bar's name is the Silver Stool. No innuendo intended. And it's it's dingy and it's a bit gross and whatever. Much like the rest of the buildings around here, as Mazor opens the door for you and leads you in. It is a small establishment, but there are tables around with maybe 3 or so patrons, just sort of minding their own business. As you walk in, there is a bar on the side, and there is a halfling man standing behind it. Mazor turns.
Said halfling?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Wade and kind of lean over. Silver, very fitting.
Oh, you mean because we fought werewolves? Yeah, it's clever.
Mazor turns to you all, says, go find a seat somewhere. I'll get drinks and come join you, I guess.
Alright.
We try to find an empty table.
Yeah, not too hard. There's a couple of bigger tables around. You go and sit on one of them, or shuffle in. Alakian, as you sit down, there is something like wet underneath of you as you pick up, and the stool is like kind of damp, and you throw it to the side and get another one that's clean.
Okay.
And yeah, Mazor goes off to talk to the bartender.
How far away are we?
From the bartender, maybe like 20 feet.
I want to kind of listen to what he's gonna say.
Same.
Sure, both of you go ahead and make perception checks.
Okay. Nine.
9.
Nine.
Yeah, you guys don't hear what is said other than, standard mumblings. They seem friendly, and eventually Mazor scoops over a round of drinks and brings them over to you guys, and then goes back to get his and another one and puts it down, and you all have a drink. He says, now, first one's on me, but I ain't made of money, so if you want more, you buy yourselves.
That's fair, eh?
That's fine.
Yeah,
Thank you,
speaking
Mazor.
of money,
Aye, on that point, actually, aye.
Okay.
About that additional
Well.
board there.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Your friend said she was giving me her portion. I must let that split my mind. So it's 10 gold for each of you was the agreed upon amount, I think.
I believe so, eh?
I believe so.
I'll
10?
have it ready in the morning. If you guys want to stay the night at the office, that's fine. I'll get it ready for you.
That would be a nice offer.
Well,
Yeah. Cyrus
I think I'll take you up on that.
Not really. She's holding her cup, but she's not really drinking.
okay.
I guess we all get drunk then.
Are you gonna get drunk off one drink? How much of a lightweight are you?
I will drink more than one drink. I'm gonna do the thing.
Yeah. Said we were stopping at 1. It's been a long day.
Yeah. Top of one. Isabel has to drink a
I
lot
got
of stuff to get
sick.
drunk. She's a lot of fucking.
I know, that's why I was confused.
I'll drink the one, but I'm not spending any more money on others. So
Same.
Sure.
So,
So,
okay, Isabel and free.
Cheers.
Girls' night.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't taste great. It's on the cheaper side of ale. But you know, if you get past the grungy taste, it's starting to do the job, at least for you three. So,
I'm gonna look around. Do any, like, I want to say sketchy, but like sketchy doesn't really feel like the right word. Like, are we being watched by anybody in particular, considering what happened the first time that we got drunk at a bar?
yeah, make
Fair
a perception
point.
check.
Okay.
I have not gotten drunk at a bar.
Well,
it was in our
free.
session 0.
Yeah. Our session 0 is when that happened.
Is how you're kidnapped and got drunk?
15. Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell it after this.
I mean, spoilers.
We'll tell it after the stream.
Yeah, you look around. Everyone seems to be pretty engrossed in their business. No one
Okay.
strikes you as looking out at you. There are a couple of glances over, but they're not really directed to you. They're more so directed to Mazor. And
Okay.
he sort of looks around and nods at people, and they nod back and go back to their drinking.
So
Does it
what are you
look
gonna
like
do?
they're? Does it look like they're kind of watching him, as in like being
They're not really-
cautious, or
They're not
more
really watching
just
him.
like
It's more just
acknowledgement?
like an acknowledgement of him being there.
Okay, got it.
So what are you gonna do now that all your co-workers are dead?
Well,
Tactful way.
All your friends are
Tactful.
dead. All your friends are dead.
I don't know.
Chairs at empty
I'll-
tables.
Try and hold the fort for a while, and we'll see how it goes. But I think in future I'll have to start rehiring people. I know.
You might want to do a better background check next time.
I mean,
Oh, Wade. Darling.
Hey,
Sure.
because susceptibility to lycanthropic cults is definitely something that's going to be in someone's background.
I'm just gonna show my background check. Yeah, totally, 100%.
I appreciate the concern, but I got it. Thanks. You see, as Mazor is sitting with you, what is normally like kind of like a stony and harder exterior is starting to like lighten up a little bit. He's being a little bit more friendly to you this time. And yeah, as the night progresses, if there's anything you guys want to talk about, feel free.
Not in a bar.
Not particularly, yeah.
Not in a bar.
Not
Alright,
sure.
well,
Bar.
Can
So-
I, since they're, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna, is there like a waitress or something?
There is
that
no
takes-
waitress.
taking orders or anything? Okay.
Because of the lack of people, if you were to raise your hand, the bartender would notice you.
I'll go over to the bartender and ask, y'all don't have any raw crawdads back there, do you?
Oh my god.
God
Oh
damn it.
no!
Yeah, he looks at you
I
with
saw this coming, but
kind of
son
like
of
a
bitch.
puzzled and concerned look. You see a halfling man, maybe in his like late 50s, blonde hair that's cut short, wearing like a standard bartender's apron. Yeah, he just turns to you and goes, I don't have any crawdads. Why? We don't get crawdads in this kind of area, so no.
Do you have anything similar to a crawdad? Some sort of seafood, preferably raw?
I've got eggs. You want eggs?
Don't eat the eggs. Not
Kev,
raw.
do you want eggs?
Kev goes,
Wade,
Uh,
do not eat the eggs raw. Trust me, I've done that.
you know what? I'll look out for you this time. I don't want any eggs.
No eggs. Okay. Are you gonna be able to hold your sensations? Your
Sensations.
I don't know, man. This bartender looks like a mighty fine snack, if you know what I mean.
He is snack boy.
God damn it.
You know what? I'll have a
Boy,
steak.
he's thick!
Yeah,
I'll have a
Wade?
steak.
Oh,
Make
boy.
that. I'll have a steak. Make that rare.
Yeah, the bartender goes, sure, I'll bring it out to you. It'll cost you like 2 silver. That's fine.
All right. Thank you. I'll be right over there with those people.
Yeah, he nods, acknowledges it, goes back into the back of the bar. And yeah,
Okay.
you wait. The night goes on. It takes maybe like 10 minutes for him to come out and get you the steak. It's just on like a standard wooden like board. It's not really on a plate. It is just like a hunk of meat that's like slightly charred on some ends. It's mostly very, very raw. He slaps it down in front of you. I assume you
Good.
give him the silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he up and leaves back to the bar.
Okay.
And there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be eating it throughout the night while we're talking. Whatever.
Okay. Sure. Make a Constitution check for me. Well, Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw.
What was it?
Constitution
throw?
saving
Is that
throw.
what you
Yeah.
'Cause that's not rare, that's raw.
said? A 10.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
For the night, you are considered poisoned, as you have food poisoning.
Oh shit.
It'll fade in a few hours, but yeah, for now, you start to feel your belly. As you finish, the voice goes, "I'm satisfied for now."
Oh goodness.
Just a big sigh of relief from Wade.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
everyone can see Wade just as he finishes his meal. There's like this
You
green
can tell he
starts to
just
take over his
relaxes
cheeks.
a little bit.
Are you sure you're all right, darling?
Oh yeah, I think that steak might have just been a little too raw. Make my tummy all rumbly.
All right.
You should ask for medium rare next time. You still get the blood, but it's still cooked enough that it shouldn't make you sick.
Ah, all right. I'll remember that. You don't get a lot of steak out in the bayou, so
That's usually
First
how we
time.
cook it back home. It's pretty good.
okay.
Keeps it tender.
Tender yet juicy.
So, Equa, while this is going on, I am going to do the same thing that I did in our session 0 if I can find somebody that is of that same state. If I
assume you
can.
would. There are 2 people currently. Actually, no, because it's a group of 3. They're all going to be talking with each other.
Fuck.
So you can go over there and talk to them if you want to. But it is a group of 3 people talking, and then there's the bartender as well, who is off. It's a little bit early for the nightlife to start coming in.
For the late night rush, yeah. I'm gonna go talk to the bartender.
Sure,
I'm gonna
you
talk to him in halfling
okay as you go up
because I know that.
yeah, he is there polishing a glass.
Good evening.
Hey,
Hey, so kind of new around here, and I was kind of just wondering if you knew of any like fuck, what the hell? What the hell was I gonna do? God damn. I hate my train of thought. Do you know of any places where might be able to get a fix? If you know what I mean.
He's looking for drugs.
Look at this place.
Okay.
with
You boys got any dope?
You guys got any dope?
Got any of that
with
American
Can I-
drink?
respect here, I appreciate you talking to me like this, but and he points back behind you to Mizor. That's the Kaerda. You're not really in the right
Does he actually?
place.
Does he speak our language? Like, does he speak this?
I think it's kind of safe to just not do anything in front of Mazor, as Mazor turns and sees you talking to him, like, gives you a little bit of a shifty eye, like a little bit of confused.
Can
Gotta
I
hear the wacky tobacco?
Can I see if I can hear this? Because Wade hearing halfling would have gotten
Yeah,
his attention, especially out of
make-
Alakian, who, you know,
Make your
Kids have heard
perception
out of
check
before.
for me.
Does Wade speak halfling?
Yes, he does.
Oh.
I doubt
That's
that's
also
gonna be
kind of
enough.
why I
That's
wanted to do this a little bit.
That's a 5.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You recognize that they're not talking in common, but it is like little mumbles and things like that.
Yeah.
You see
Okay.
Mazor turn and like just give like a little bit of a look, but yeah, nothing.
Right, well, I'm gonna end the conversation with. So, what you're saying is, if I come back later, when he's not with us, you might be able to tell me something. Maybe.
Yeah, he looks peers over to Mazor, and as Mazor turns back to his drink, he says, "I don't have anything now. I might be able to find something in the morning if you're looking for it, but I
Oh, I
can't
love that.
say anything specific about anything."
It's fine. I'll be back in the morning then.
Sure. As he like goes back to polishing his drink. You want anything else, or?
Yeah, give me another ale.
Good call. When he starts pouring an ale. It's two silver for an ale.
2 silver. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start talking to Mazor and Orc.
Sure.
Mazor, did you find out what part of Vigus your husband was from?
Yeah, he goes, not that I remember. I didn't, talk to him since this morning. I've kind of been out doing work, but I can ask him tonight if you want. I'll get back to
Yeah,
you.
that'd be nice. It's a little odd seeing someone from so far south, so far north.
I agree. I mean, came here for a reason, I guess. I don't know what it is, but I came here for a reason.
You're married to him and you don't know why he's here? Or really where he's from?
We've talked about stuff before, but my mind's been distracted recently with work, and I've, sort of.
I
He's been the
get
ear
it.
recently. I've been the mouth.
Ah. You got that selective listening?
Yeah, I don't want to say yeah, but yeah.
It's okay.
I
There's
want to
always
say
got to be
yeah.
one of them. Maybe you should ask. Could make him feel good
Sure.
about himself.
I'll
If you
do that.
retain the information.
Sure. Sounds good.
Could you pass along a few words just in case?
Yeah, okay. And you say the words that you say in Orc that the party can't hear.
Yeah.
All right, Equa. What does Orcish sound like?
It's a very
You're really doing this to him?
It's
Yes.
like a heavier language. It's a lot of shorter syllables and sounds. And there's the occasional click of the tongue where an apostrophe might be. But you can't recognize any words.
Just
Um.
give us a little taste, a little sample of what it sounds like.
So
Damn it,
what
Chris.
what I say to him is virtuous and fair, royal and gracious. Let me know if that rings any bells.
Okay, sure. Cryptic, but okay. Fine. As he's starting to get like a little bit drunk.
I'm gonna when I make my way back over the table, I'm gonna look at him like, so did you have any luck with that blacksmith today, or?
He wants
No.
his sword back. It's an expensive thing, but I managed to knock off like 30 gold from it. So if you want it, it'll be 100 minus 30, 70. I mean, you got
Okay.
money now. I just gave you 150, so, and you're getting more tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
So yeah, is there anything else that you guys want to do at the tavern?
What are your guys' plans now that we're done with this town? Anywhere in particular you'd like to go?
You want to tell them free? Our plans?
Yes. Wanted to go south to. I can't remember the name.
Recrovy.
Where is Recruit?
Where is
It's the
Recrovy?
capital, I believe.
I think some of you would know this. Rakrovi is the capital city of Casco, which is the bottom left country in yellow on the map. Rakrovi is right there. Not there. That's the wrong thing. It's lower than that. Rakrovi is right there. That's where it is.
Yeah. Elkane's got it on his map.
Why are
And
you
you
trying
guys
to go
are
there?
about there.
Yeah. So we got a ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm supposed to be meeting a friend there, and
Yeah.
I believe Free said she wanted to travel south, so we just thought, we like each other's company, we might go on down there together.
Is the friend you meeting? Is that Kev? Is that Kevin? Or is it someone else?
Oh no, it's not Kevin. It's an old friend of mine.
Old as an age, or you've known him a while? Or both?
Goes back to she's been my friend since I was a
Oh,
little
it's a
kid.
she.
Yeah.
Does
So,
Wade blush when I say it's a she?
just a little bit.
Oh,
But he
I
tries not
haven't
to.
been to that part of the country.
I've never been to that country before. But we left where I'm from, so
I've
Yeah,
never
that's
been
what-
there. But
Well-
Elkane tells me that this is where a bunch of weirdos are from.
It's a perfect
So,
place for us then.
aye,
Don't you think?
I was fitting just right, wouldn't we? Right.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the direction Daniel went.
Perhaps it is.
Could be.
Two birds, one stone.
Original plan was head back
Makes
north.
it all the way to Recrovy by himself.
I would not be surprised if Dan ends up in Recrovy by himself. That is a magic code. That is a magic
God damn it.
I'm mapping out.
Equal's gonna have to
plan,
make
for
this
Diana
canon
Paul.
now.
code. Yeah. He has plot armor. He's fine.
Plot armor.
Isabel will say, my original plan is head back north and get home, but no reason I can't do that later.
I mean, my home
Yeah.
is south in the other direction, but I'm in no hurry to go back.
Well, I mean, I
Y'all
feel
wanna-
like what we should do before we go too far is that pit that we. I think we should
Alright.
investigate that first before we go too much farther.
It's definitely an option, eh?
Figure out whether the bastard that killed us is actually down there or not.
Oh, that's
Kill-
pretty hype.
Did I say killed? Did I say killed? I meant to say captured. God.
We got
I got
what
what you
you meant. Yeah, we understood.
It wouldn't
Master
be
that
such a
tried
bad
to
thing
kill
to
us.
what that kind of man.
Hey, make sure he's dead. Hey,
Y'all don't think the
Max
pit
is always
already
a-
got him?
I mean, we don't know. We don't know what. I mean, we don't know what kind of power she might have had.
hey.
We could be walking into a pit of werewolves. Do you know how many people were there just ready to be bitten?
I mean, there's only one way to find out.
We could
Right.
also get our golds back. The money we had?
Yeah.
Probably
This
get
is true.
even more gold than that.
Yeah.
Such
That's
pocket.
true.
Looking for?
If
If whoever
all
the
those
sewer contacted isn't already there.
True.
Hey. In Missouri, is the folks that you told about the pit, have they come through town already? Or
Have they what?
have the people that Missouri contacted, did they come through town already?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about Rith and Elman. He goes, they haven't been through here. I don't know where they went. I mean, I know where they went. I haven't seen them. They didn't talk to me.
Right. So check out the pit tomorrow morning, and then so that's all well and good.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Whatever, right?
y'all want to head south of us after that?
Nothing else better to do. Not a whole lot of.
Maybe
There's not a
there are
whole lot
more
for me to
adventures.
do up north.
Maybe there are more adventures south?
I mean, again, there's only one way to find out.
Maybe we can find more friends on the way?
Maybe.
I feel like our party's pretty big enough already.
I'm not
I feel
talking
like we're already
about
going to
people
draw
joining.
plenty of attention.
Sorry about that. I was on Discord on my phone, my other phone, and I accidentally clicked the call. So I had to join on my other phone.
Sometimes it's good to have stationary friends that you can come back to. Those are the
Like
friends I'm
Missouri.
talking about.
Oh,
Exactly.
I don't know.
And the innkeeper. Why can't I remember his name?
His name is Anasin. A-N-A-S-I-N.
Okay. I have it in here somewhere.
And that was bad luck.
God damn it.
I will put an asterisk to remind me to highlight it later.
Yeah, what was the town we were all headed to again? What's that town called?
Recrovy.
McCrory.
Yeah, Rokrovi is the capital city of Casco. It's R-O-C-R-O-V-I. Yeah, Mazor, who is a couple drinks in, stands up and goes, "Well, I'll be... Nah, I won't be. Be safe. I'll be here for when you, need me for whatever reason.
You'll be here in the bar.
Maybe. If you time it right. Maybe. Anyway,
Is the station open?
oh yeah. It don't close for a couple guys passing. I'll find some more folks to, work with me. We'll get there.
I'm more concerned about the doors being locked for us to get in to sleep.
Oh no, I'll come with you. I gotta pay you anyway, so that's what I'll do.
How about this? You pay us in the morning, you give me the keys now, and we'll see you when you're a little bit better on your feet.
Make a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. Oh goodness, that's charisma. 16?
Okay. Yeah, he like thinks for a minute. I like you. Sure. He starts to like get like this kind of like half drunk smile on his face. And he fumbles around for a set of keys and hands them over to you. Well,
I will.
if that's everything, I'm gonna go home. I go to tell my husband some stuff. From you, fellow half-orc. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
You fellow half-orc, I'm gonna go tell him some good stuff about you. I'm gonna tell you what.
Thyra is visibly trying not to laugh. Like, she's trying very hard to be respectful, but...
He doesn't notice. He's far too drunk for that. Yeah, he
Drunk
turns
Mazor is
around
cute.
and
I
starts
like
to walk out of the bar. As he opens the door, he has to like lean on the side of the door frame for a little second and
Mazor,
steps forward. Yeah.
I'm gonna run up and hug him. Does he like fall to the ground?
Okay. Are you like trying to bear tackle him, or are you gonna stop and hug
No,
him?
I just wanna run at him and just like wrap my arms around him, just to see if he falls while I hug him.
Okay. Yeah, as you run up to him, he's not about to fall down with you coming up and wrapping your arms around him. As he turns around and you put your arms around him, he does like stumble back a little bit. But he doesn't fall because you catch him. He's like, okay, that's too much. I don't need that right now. I'm sorry. Too much.
You
Too much.
should be a little more careful. You almost fell there.
Don't try anything. I'm married.
I was just trying to catch you from falling. Did I just saw you stumble?
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's fine. I'm good. And he sort of stands up a little bit taller.
Do you think maybe we should walk him home?
I honestly think a man like that, he's walked home drunk, more drunk than this many a time.
I mean,
I
he
have.
is the
fair
law
enough.
of the town. I think he's alright.
Aye,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
he'll be fine.
Ain't nobody crossing Mazor cared. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. He turns
That's
around and
right.
starts to walk home.
I love it. I fucking love it.
I love drunk Mazor. He's
I
adorable.
know. We need to come back here just to get him drunk again.
I love like the idea of someone who's like so stern and serious all the time, and you get him drunk and he's just putty, you know. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mazor starts to walk home. The rest of you are in the bar still. Thyra, you have the keys to the Talcott office.
I feel like Free, after like 3 drinks, is probably drunk, not 2. So, he's just happily in the corner. Totally oblivious.
Sure.
I'll just say this: Isabel goes hard.
Yeah. How much money do you want to spend?
I happen to have 31 gold. I'll spend a good 5 gold in drinks.
Yeah, it takes you a while, but eventually you do start to feel the familiar buzz around your head. It takes you like, I'll say 4 gold, because that is
I want to switch out my full glass with one of Free's, like, either almost empty or empty glasses.
okay. Sure, Free. Yeah, as you're like standing there like half awake, you see another bear over in front of you, and you're like, ooh.
I don't remember ordering this, but okay.
Does a Lakian see this?
Yeah, I mean, it's not hiding it from anyone,
Okay.
unless you want to.
I'm gonna. Let's see. Thyra, are you trying to hide it?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna lean over to Thyra, just like, I knew you understood what I was for. And then I'll just go back to minding my own business.
I'll wink at him.
It's such a weird day for you two. Punch each other in the face, and now you're friends again.
That's how friends
She
do.
mentioned talking
That's
to
how
animals, he was
friendship
all
is
forgiven.
made.
You gotta understand the issues before you can get past them.
None of you have any idea what my issues are.
No.
I don't think anyone wants to talk about their issues.
Nope. Or I'll just like, we don't
I
need
think-
therapy.
I think the only one who's openly talked about their issue is me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Isabel kind of like discussed a little bit as to
Yeah,
what her
kinda have
issue
to.
was.
Kinda
Granted,
have to.
Lakian wasn't there for that, but
It's a certain point where you just have to be like, yeah, let me lay down what the fuck went down. Turned into a giant rage monster.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that.
Did you
not
really want to know?
Feelings? What?
Do you honestly want to know? Wait.
Yeah.
Is
But,
Thyra
wait.
the only sober one right now?
I mean, I'm sober. I'm sober as hell.
I think Lakin and Wade are sober. I think it's just Elizabeth and Free.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Wade's not
I've
drunk.
only drank one.
Yeah.
Wade drunk 1. I drink 2. I've drank plenty before, I imagine. So
Okay.
I am
So
not
I
a
just
lightweight
had
by any means.
Yeah, like you can start to feel it's like a slight buzz start to come over you. Yeah.
Wait, you want to know?
Yeah.
But alright. I was 10 years old, and my father murdered 7 women. Opened up a portal to sucking somewhere, I think, I don't know. Burned my house down, and now I'm this.
That's a lot to take in.
Aye. And so he's dead, and so is my brother, and so is my other brother, but that's a different thing, and so is my mum.
Why would your father do something like that?
Because he wanted his wife back. All he said to me was that I was going to get her back. I'm going to get her back. Turns out, killed 7 women. We found their bones in the basement after my house burned down.
Did he get her back?
He did not. For all I know, he's dead.
It's really rough, bud.
Thank you, Wade.
That's okay, Isabel. We're here for you.
So yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but he did something, and I'm now this. So I have to eat. And if I don't, it has promised me that it'll eat me. So
I don't eat, but for reasons I can't say, I tend to almost kill the people who are fighting with me.
I think we've noticed.
Like he just punches there, just like gentle nudge on the shoulder.
That's what it feels like.
So
I know
That
what
is
it's
my
like
life.
I haven't killed anyone.
to want somebody
good for
back.
you.
Look at Miss Goody Two Shoes over there.
Killed no one, but
No,
have you killed
no, I was
nothing?
just actually saying, like, in game, I don't think I've gotten a final
You
kill.
just randomly, drunkenly free goes, I haven't killed anyone.
I don't think I've killed anyone yet.
That's what I was thinking was going on right now.
Oh, it's so funny.
Am I the only one that hasn't killed anyone?
I'm the only one who's not a murderer. I think it's true.
Sorry. Got distracted. Ah.
Do you know where your father might have gotten the idea that killing 7 women would bring her back?
No, I did not. I was 10 years old at the time. So when your father turns into an abusive alcoholic, you don't tend to ask questions.
Equal. Would I recognize that type of thing from any of my backstory stuff?
I mean, what type of thing?
Like the thing that Isabel's dad did.
Oh, no, you wouldn't.
Okay.
I've no idea if it will actually work, but he did something that night. He did something, and so now I eat people.
I'm gonna rub Isabel's back. These are things we can get through.
Oh, well, I've gotten over it. It's just I have to eat people now, so it's just fuck you, Dad.
So, what's this thing like? I mean, it's been with you for a while. Does it wants to eat things? Does it have other needs? Does it talk to you, or
It talks to me occasionally, not very often, and usually just tells me it's hungry.
How old are you, Izzy?
33,
Oh, so it's been talking to you for a while?
right? 23 years.
It's only just
Have
now
you-
emerging?
Apparently so. I
You
haven't
think
really
you're
you,
getting
used.
stronger or it is?
I haven't used it much. Don't really like to, but life or death, right? So,
You gotta do what you need to survive.
hey,
Your own life. first.
If you have to
Have
choose,
you? Sorry.
if you have to choose your life for somebody else's, I think we all know what
I
you
am
choose.
taking the other. I ain't fucking dying till I figure out what this fucking thing is.
Have you ever looked into finding a way to separate it from you?
I'm gonna
you
roll
got it.
something, and I want you to roll an insight check against it. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to go first?
You guys tell me yours first, yeah.
12.
12? Oh my god, I can't believe I beat you. She looks at you and says, I haven't looked into it. I haven't found much.
Well, actually, where I'm going to Recrovy, there's some people there that are more magically inclined. I might be able to help you.
Anything, mate?
Maybe.
I'll have to look into that.
That could be good for you. Izzy.
Well, let's talk about this. Just drink
Let's-
more.
That's what I was gonna say. Maybe you should have a couple more drinks.
Hey, Equa,
Hey,
could you
what
check your
drinks?
DMs real fast for me?
Me-
Because Esprit just slipped into them.
I did. I've slipped into his DMs several times this session. I am being a reclusive son of a bitch right
I don't know about you lot, but I'm getting tired. I'm gonna head back to the office.
Me too.
Yeah.
How much would a bottle of whiskey cost to buy from here?
A bottle of whiskey.
Yes.
I'll say gold. You can get it for gold.
A gold. Alright, I'll spend a gold. Get a bottle of whiskey.
Sure. The bartender gives you a bottle of whiskey, and yeah, you have it now.
I think some of these conversations are better for private areas, not for Brian.
Alright.
By this
see.
time, has the bar filled up any more than it was earlier, Equa, by this time?
A little bit more. It's mostly groups still. You get the sense that because the town is quite small, not a lot of traction happens here. Especially with the way that the shape that the bar is in, there's not too much that happens. It's not,
Okay.
it's not packed or anything.
Okay. All right.
And there's no, entertainment or anything like that. So yeah, it's not the most extravagant bar. But as
Gotcha.
you all step up and go to leave, the moon is starting to come up and the night is cold. It takes you, I'll say, about 15 minutes to get back to the Tarket office, mostly because you have to deal with the drunk free and a kind of drunk Isabel as well. But you do get there in time, and Clara can unlock the door, and you are in the familiar, cold, slightly uncomfortable, but familiar setting of the office.
Alright. Guess it's
So-
time for sleep.
What is the plan for tonight? Who's taking first watch, if you're taking watch, or...
I'll take last watch again, considering I'll be done with my long rest by that point.
Okay, sure. So who wants to take first?
Fuck it, I'll take first.
Hey,
Do you want
Do you
to
want
join
a drunk
me?
free with you?
Let's say, do you want drug free or do you want drug Isabel?
Yeah, you can take a pick.
oh, for me?
Yeah, for you.
I really don't care. I guess free.
Okay.
Sure. So, let me familiarize yourself with the poison condition. Poison gives you disadvantage on ability checks, so both of you will roll perception with disadvantage.
Wait, you want me to roll with this disadvantage?
Yeah, man, you got food poisoning.
Oh, true. Okay.
Perception. 7.
Oh, disadvantage. That's right. 13.
Okay.
Yes,
Not
kind of
bad.
perceive.
Take a watch.
Yeah, your evening goes by. It is uneventful for the most part. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, go ahead.
When Thyra sleeps, she's gonna sleep in the chair by the desk that she knows the money is in.
Sure. Okay.
Alekian's gonna lean up against the wall in the main area and just sit there, and do his thing.
Isabel's just gonna crawl under a desk.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was quite the day, Free.
Yep.
Ugh,
I don't
looks like
think- What do we even do?
you already forgot.
No,
Yeah.
like what do we do? We've got
What do we do? I don't
Nibbles
know, I
over
guess.
there. Now.
Yeah, our group is quite the mess.
You cut out there. Did you call me Nibbles?
I sure did call her Nibbles.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to double check 'cause I kinda
I like
couldn't
it.
hear.
I like it. Yeah, Nibbles, and I like that name.
Oh,
Then we
God,
got
no.
what should we call Thyra? The Raging. I don't know. Not very
Raging
creative.
Cajun.
Yeah. Wait. You hear the voice in the back of your head. What do you call a big, angry, strong, green person?
The Jolly Green Giant.
Ugh.
I'm thinking, what's like a hulking, angry name for someone?
Honestly,
The Thulk.
Thulk.
I don't. When I picture
God
Thyra,
damn
I
it.
picture flowers, not her rate.
That's true. That's a good point. Her rage is only a little part of her.
And she literally left flowers behind after beating someone with a
How
stick.
about flowery death?
I like it.
I was gonna say Posey.
That's a
I was
good
just
one.
gonna say petals. She just leaves
Well.
them everywhere.
Seems
Oh,
like we
boy.
got the others to come with us south, so that's something.
I'm fine with that. So why were you all freaked out earlier, huh?
Promise not to tell anybody.
Of course not.
You're the only one I really trust so
Of course
far.
not. Tell me all your secrets.
Yeah. Wait, you hear the voice come back in your head. It goes, now, I don't know if this is the right time for us to be saying stuff like this to people.
Well, first of all, Kev, I don't know if you're a monstrous creature trying to eat my brain now. Second, I don't think she's going to remember in the morning because she's drunk, and I've been holding this in for a really long time.
You know what? I'm gonna eat your brain first.
Shit.
I love Kev so much.
I feel like
Sounds
Kevin is a
like-
little bit. I feel like Kevin's just a little bit smarter than Wade, but not by much.
Yeah, he
Come
says.
on.
He says, you know what? Fine, but if she remembers, that's on you, and you're gonna have to explain this whole mix-up because it ain't my fault. So, not that I don't blame you or anything, but I'm the victim here, is what I'm saying. You know what? Just tell her. It's fine. I don't want to say anymore.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's fine. No, it's fine.
It's nothing.
All right.
Yeah. Let's just say, if I did have a voice in my head, like, I don't know, I guess I'm just a little worried, that any one of us could really have a voice in our head that takes us over and then eats our souls from the inside out. Metaphorically.
Equa,
People
I have a
said that about
question.
Okay.
With my level 3 trait, can I roll an insight check? Because I am semi-conscious. And I can hear all of this.
For now, no, and we'll get to that soon.
Okay.
Well, I guess, yeah. Oh.
People have told me I've had things in me since I was a child. All because of my skin tone and these horns. So, don't let the monster control you. You are who you are, and sometimes you have to take things as they are. Just forge your own path.
You're wise.
Nah, just
So yeah, as your watch concludes, nothing too bad happens. There's nothing out of the ordinary that you will have noticed until the very, very end of your watch, and we'll get to that in just a second. Alakian. As you are leaned up against the wall, meditating on the events of the day, you start to find your mind is drifting off. Whereas normally meditation is more of a relaxation period, for you now, it's strange. Your mind is going to places that you've visited recently. And when you do, you almost like physically walk around it. You feel the sensation. You find yourself walking around Geralta's lair, remembering the bodies of the wolves and the one that was being slowly devoured by Isabel, and the drawings on the walls. You walk around Big Daki, around the lone desert streets, around the office that you're in, the Zinmisang, the bakery. You walk around Landapar, the Ale's Bottom, which was the pub that you were in. That's where you met Wade and Free. You remember the thin, winding streets where you saw that large cathedral-like building with the tall tower in the middle of it. You walk around Arash, which was your old stomping ground. That was where you remember you learned the things that you can do now. As you reflect on your adventures, both in the recent past and longer ago, you feel a slight force on your body, just on the back, where you're leaning. It's like a slight push. And as it brings your attention, you feel a harder one. As your body falls forwards, it stops. And you step forward out of it, almost like a different form is coming out. You turn around and you see it halfway at the floor. You see Wade and Free talking at the front of the office. You see Thyra sleeping in the chair and Isabel on the desk. And everything is just frozen. Your body isn't moving, they aren't moving. But you start to step around and look back at your body, and as you go to touch it, there is a massive, intense force that pulls you. It's incomprehensible. The speed is massive as it pulls you straight upwards. You feel yourself go through the ceiling, and up at miles and miles and miles an hour. And suddenly you are standing there in the sky looking down on the continent of Emoris. You can pick up little specks of light where cities and towns are, and as you look up you see the sky laden with stars. There are the 2 moons, there is the familiar planet that settles in the sky over to the left of you, and as you look around you see the stars start to shift. Some just blink out of existence, some just move over to form the shape of a large eye. As you look at it, the outline is there, but the inside is completely void and null. There is just like a black space where the eye should be. As you look at it, you feel a voice, soft, subtle, but booming all around you. It's inside of your head, it's outside, you can hear it in your ears. You feel the voice say, "Remember." And suddenly, you are being pulled back down to earth. As you hit the ground of Emoris, you blink and you open your eyes and you are standing in a room. Well lit, cozy. You are holding a hammer in one girthy, strong arm and a flat sheet of metal in another that is embered and like glowing warm. As you stop for a minute and look up, you can hear laughter. There is like a gleeful sound coming from the far corner, and you look up and you see 2 small dwarven children running around playing, trying to hit each other with toy swords. As you look around the room, there is a forge on the other side, and to your left there is a human woman, tall, strong, big arms, with like a long, single braided ponytail that falls down, and she is standing there with her arms crossed, looking at the 2 children. As she turns and sees you, what is just a prideful and happy smile turns into a wide grin, and you feel a warmth start to emanate from your chest. As the voice returns, "Remember," and you are whisked away again, back up into the sky, but you don't stop there this time. You reach the same point, and then get immediately thrown back down into the ground. And when you blink your eyes again, you are different. You can feel a gaping wound in the side of your stomach. Tusks, teeth that protrude into the top of your lip that are not... They don't prove to be discomfortable, but they're different. As you sit there and gape at the... or clutch at the gaping wound in your chest with a heavy axe in another hand, you stare up and see a large ogre that is familiar to you as it roars at you. Spittle flies everywhere, the rain around you caking the mud and causing your feet to slowly sink into the ground. You look at it, feel the blood dripping down you, and let out this rageful scream before charging face first into this giant creature as you hear the voice again. "Remember." And you are whisked upwards again, once more. As you hit back down into the earth, you are different again. You are small, a lot smaller, maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall. As you look down at your hands, you can see they are green and bandaged, and you hold a small blue opal gem that is cracked. As you are running through a stone corridor, you turn around, and to your left there is a gold dragonborn who is also running next to you. To your right there is a human with a hood up and a quarterstaff. You know they're a monk. And you are all running towards a doorway which has light coming from it. As you turn around, you can see some giant quadrupedal monster chasing after you as the tunnel collapses. You let loose an arcane bolt as fire protrudes from your fingertips and bursts into the creature, scarring it all down its neck. And you turn and keep running, and run, and run. And suddenly you are through this white doorway. There is nothing but light and feathers. And as you wake up, you are a Lakian again. Free and Wade. It's a strange sight. Alakian has been leaning against the wall for some time, just meditating in his normal way, and suddenly he falls to the ground and is just lying there, but he's conscious and starts to get up.
You all right there?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just meditations were a little weird this time. They were different.
Different how?
I saw things that I hadn't seen before. I hadn't known before. Just, I don't know. I just start pacing along that wall.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Thyra, you would probably notice because you've got a pretty high passive perception. It probably would have woken you up to hear him hit the floor. But it's up to you whether you want to get up or not. I would say almost the same with
my
you,
turn?
Isabel. But instead of you waking up, you are woken up. There is a sharp pain in the back of your neck, and you just hear "look," and your attention shifts towards Alakian.
Okay. I'll just kind of look over.
He's pacing up and down.
Yeah, you guys all kind of see Alakian, as I said, just he's pacing, kind of rubbing his head, visibly like, what the fuck? And he's very obviously dazed, confused.
Is he alright, or
What happened?
Fell on his face.
I don't know. Just it's weird.
Does this have something to do with your weird voices earlier? I only caught a few before, everything went red.
What do you mean?
Earlier you were talking weird, but only sporadically. They were different.
I have no idea what you're talking about. All I remember is getting in a fight and then killing the tiger, and then I woke up and I remembered you hit me across the face. That's it. I can't tell you. I don't remember anything else other than that. Like, obviously we killed those werewolves, but I don't know if I was awake for it or what.
we've been around for a few hours after that. You went drinking with us.
Well, yeah. I remember everything after that, but I'm like, basically from when we killed Geralter, at least I'm assuming that's who that was. When we killed him until Thyra hit me, it's a blank space. It's just blank.
Alright.
Has that ever happened before?
No, this is new. It
Maybe it's a good thing I conked you on the head. Maybe you'd have been out for a lot longer.
who knows?
Maybe it's blood loss.
Maybe Wade is right. Blood loss can do that to you.
Yeah, I guess that's possible, but I mean, that doesn't necessarily explain now, though.
Free, have you ever seen anything like this?
Not that I. Have
Looks like
I
we're
ever
all
heard any
fucked up.
strange tales at the base?
Make a intelligence check.
I'm assuming still disadvantage or 4 hours later. I'd be
Your
okay.
drunkenness would have started to wear off, so I'll give you just a straight roll.
Quick DMs again, if you don't mind.
Sure.
No, that's like a 5.
Yeah, it You don't remember hearing of anything like this. This is a very, very strange thing to be hearing about. Nothing about this is screaming out to you as anything that rings a bell. You're not too sure.
Okay.
I would like to ask Chaos why he told me to look.
Yeah, sure. It says, how do I want to word this? It says, yeah, it says, strange behaviors, threatening. Just that.
Okay, I don't think it likes you. I tapped the back of my head.
I mean, to be quite frank, I don't like it either.
That's fair, neither do I.
I'll third that.
He's still just pacing.
Perhaps a little bit of sleep, a little more rest will do you some good there.
It might, but kind of scared what I might drift off to again.
Do I see like a bristle brush anywhere around?
There's none in the immediate vicinity.
Like something like soft bristled?
Probably not in the confines of a regular office, no.
I'm gonna go up to Alakian. I'm going to put my hands on his head and do gentle but firm squeezes, and then work down the back of his neck to his shoulders, to his arms, and then down the rest of his back.
Sure. Yeah. You
So-
start
To try and
feel-
calm him down.
So I have hey, quick, can I do something here? And this pertains to the message I just sent.
Okay.
I'm gonna look Thyra in the eyes, and you're gonna see kind of a glaze over, and in Orcish, he's gonna ask, "Who are you?"
And that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Haha, another clip error. Fuck you.
You couldn't have
We
presented
leave
it
you
a more
one
perfect
more.
time.
Give you just a little bit more, and then we take it away. We're like weird drug dealers. They give you the product for free.
That's a very strange
We're bad
specific thing
drug
to say.
dealers.
Yeah, we're gonna end the episode there. Ooh, it's exciting. I'm so excited to continue. So yeah, that is what we are gonna conclude with for today. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to Grizz for tuning in from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii.
And
I
next
did
week,
not want to miss this.
well, no,
That's what
I
I
hope
did
Too
last
much
week.
stuff happened. Too much stuff
That's
happened last
exactly
session.
what I did last week.
Yeah, so we'll return next week where we'll talk more about what the hell happened with Lakian and probably, I guess, get some drugs from a bartender, which I was not anticipating, but that's what we're gonna do. So
Spice? Got spice?
Expect the unexpected.
that's my improv skills coming in right there. So yeah, we'll return next week for session 7 of Emoris. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been a
Thank you.
crazy episode, and we'll continue the craziness next week. So that's the wrong thing.
Let the chaos
So-
ensue.
Yeah, man. Let the
So-
chaos ensue.
Bye, Dido's mom.
Bye.
Bye.
So bye, Daito's mom.
Bye, Felis's friends.
Bye,
Bye,
Felix's
if you're
friend.
still watching.
Bye, Bubba.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, serious.
Bye, all of the other people watching.
Yeah, I think we got
Yes.
everyone that we needed to mention.
We don't know your names though, so goodbye.
We'll see
Bye now.
everyone
Goodbye.
next week for next session. So,
Oh, most important, bye, Forge.
bye, Forge.
Forge.
Oh, bye,
Forge.
Forge. We've never known.
Thanks for hosting our show.
Have we?
Yeah.
Thanks for
Anyway,
letting us
good point.
put on this madness.
Yeah, thank you.
So we'll see you next Monday, and we'll, I guess, keep making stories together. So we'll see you then. Bye, chat.
Goodbye.